means a lot to me. I don't think there's a team of favorites. I think we have so many amazing players on the field, but they all make me, and so I couldn't do it without the Super Falcons. 22 was the first number that I just wanted to stick with. Change it. I'm a 9, if you know, but I tried to change it to 9. Ended up changing it to because I preferred number, but I just decided to stay with 22 just because it's true to me. Maybe okra soup or obono soup is pretty good, but I don't like farina or I don't like fufu. Just the soups. My parents are Nigerian. Grew up in the culture. I'm Nigerian just like everyone else, honestly. If you're going to. I signed a 2-year contract with Houston, so I'm really just focused on being there, making sure that I make an impact at Houston, lift a trophy, hopefully, since I've been there for 5 years, and I'll go from there. Confident in our play. I know that we've built a lot in this camp, in this new team with many debutantes, and so it's amazing to see just what we've been.
Feel being here and what have you learned already? It feels so great. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be here. It's always a privilege. I've learned so much from my teammates, from my coaches. It's a game that comes after another game, and I think it's a lot of it's a lot of high competitiveness, and it's just it's a learning process, and it feels so good to be here. What has surprised you the most about the level of competition at WAFCON? I think I'm very excited about the growth in African football, especially like the playing style. It has really, really evolved, and I really want to say, all thanks to all players out there putting out their best to make African football a great tournament, and also like the coaches that continue to learn and teach the players to grow. If you had to create a soundtrack for your football journey so far, which 3 songs are definitely on it? Ele Dumare by Wizkid, Ojo Elegba by Wizkid, Gratitude by Tokwe Alabi. Who is the better dancer in camp, you or Esther or Koroko? To be honest, I'd say I'm not really a good dancer. I just vibe to the song, and I'd say Esther is a better dancer than myself. What does being part of this Super Falcons team mean to you at this early stage of your career? It means so much. It is such a very big privilege, and I'm so excited about it because I know there's thousands of people that are also worthy to be here, but I would say Grace just brought me here, and I'm really, really grateful for it, and it's always an honor to put on the Nigeria jersey. Who is taking on that big sister role for you in camp, always encouraging, always checking in? I feel like everyone, to be honest, because I'm the baby of the house, so I'm one of the baby of the house, and everyone has been sweet. Everyone has taken the role of a senior sister to me, and I'm grateful for every one of them for how they treat me, how they look out for the younger ones in the camp. You have one movie night with teammates. What film are you picking and why? I think I'll pick Squid Game. I'm not really a fan of movie a lot, but I've seen Squid Game, and I think I like the suspense. I like the fact that there's a little bit of horror, and everyone is just gonna be on their toes, and it's gonna be a fun, horrific, funny, and interesting experience. Thank you.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm doing
How are
okay,
you
and
feeling?
you? Excited?
Okay, how are you feeling on the national team right now?
Super excited, happy always, dancing, singing, happy always.
Okay, I've always seen you've always been beautiful. You've always, kept your feminine side, and I'm always excited about that. In football, you've seen a lot of, upcomings that are not willing to, keep their feminine side when it comes to football, and you see some of them going young in the local league in Nigeria. What would you say about that? Is it easy for you keeping your feminine side as a footballer?
Before I answer this question, 2 days ago, we're in a dressing room. I'm like, who is gonna take over me when I'm gone? When I'm
my God.
gone, really? Who is gonna take over me? Show that feminine part of, like I got to receive a lot of people saying a lot from the beginning. It's about me making up, playing football and stuff, but then that is my signature. I have to let people know that you can as well make up and be the best on the pitch, and you don't need to look like a man or anything. Already we looks like men. This is the only thing that will make us stand out. Like we still keep that feminine side part of us. So, and my mom was so against me playing football. Yeah, so she always emphasized on me becoming a guy if I start playing football. So I try to let her understand that you can as well still remain feminine while you're still doing your thing. So that's just it.
Okay, I love that. Now, I think this question is kind of a bit personal, but if you are willing to answer, it's okay. For me, I'm a young mom and I'm a mother.
Yeah.
And I know being a mom and going on with my career isn't easy at all. But as a footballer, is there any plan concerning that someday when you retire? And to me, I've never seen maybe active footballer have babies, have their own child. Maybe it's after retirement that they do so.
I think it's just in Nigeria. You can go to America. A lot of their national team players, the ones playing in the league, they have babies now. If you can play and come back, it's all about your decision. If you can as well have babies and go back playing, you can as well stop and have babies. It's your personal decision. Even though Kobe Ngozi, she was once with us, she just had her baby and she's back playing. So it's your personal decision. It's difficult. I won't lie to you. It's very. I've asked some of my teammates how do they cope. They say it's very, very tough, but still they're managing. So we are powerful. Women are powerful. They can compare everything. So yeah.
Okay, lastly for me, I want to ask about the Saudi League. I know you and Ashley Plumter played you are playing currently in the Saudi League. Now, for me, I want you to tell us that there is more to Saudi League than people, they have that imagination. It's all about money. What is more to Saudi League than money?
Did you see the way Ashley plays?
Yeah.
Did you see the way I play against Portugal?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's how the league is. You just have to fight because we don't have so many professional players yet. So you have to do all the work by yourself, defend, dribble, score goals. So it's more like a personal development. They're just starting. So the league is growing. To be honest, I wasn't expecting the level I saw when I first got there, but playing with them, trying to understand the long-term project, I've seen a lot of changes and differences for just 3 years. It's really growing, and it's not just about money, what people think. It's about you learning and giving back to what you've been learning from other coaches with your experience.
So shout out to
A lot to me. I don't think there's a team of favorites. I think we have so many amazing players on the field, but they all make me, and so I couldn't do it without the Super Falcons. 22 was the first number that I just wanted to stick with. Change it. I'm a 9, if you know, but I tried to change it to 9. Ended up changing it to because I preferred number, but I just decided to stay with 22 just because it's true to me. Maybe okra soup or obono soup is pretty good, but I don't like farina or I don't like fufu. Just the soups. Me and my parents are Nigerian. Grew up in the culture. I'm Nigerian just like everyone else, honestly. If you're going to. I signed a 2-year contract with Houston, so I'm really just focused on being there, making sure that I make an impact at Houston, lift a trophy, hopefully, since I've been there for 5 years, and I'll go from there. Confident in our play. I know that we've built a lot in this camp, in this new team with many debutantes, and so it's amazing to see just what we've been.
You been here and what have you learned already? It feels so great. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be here. It's always a privilege. I've learned so much from my teammates, from my coaches. It's a game that comes after another game, and I think it's a lot of it's a lot of high competitiveness, and it's just it's a learning process, and it feels so good to be here. What has surprised you the most about the level of competition at WAFCON? I think I'm very excited about the growth in African football, especially like the playing style. It has really, really evolved, and I really want to say, all thanks to all players out there putting out their best to make African football, and also like the coaches that continue to learn and teach the players to grow. If you had to create a soundtrack for your football journey so far, which 3 songs are definitely on it? Ele Dumare by Wizkid, Ojo Elegba by Wizkid, Gratitude by Tokwe Alabi. Who is the better dancer in camp, you or Esther Nkoroko? To be honest, I'd say I'm not really a good dancer. I just vibe to the song, and I'd say Esther is a better dancer than myself. What does being part of this Super Falcons team mean to you at this early stage of your career? It means so much. It is such a very big privilege, and I'm so excited about it because I know there's thousands of people that are also worthy to be here, but I would say Grace just brought me here, and I'm really, really grateful for it, and it's always an honor to put on the Nigeria jersey. Who is taking on that big sister role for you in camp, always encouraging, always checking in? I feel like everyone, to be honest, because I'm the baby of the house, so I'm one of the baby of the house, and everyone has been sweet. Everyone has taken the role of a senior sister to me, and I'm grateful for every one of them for how they treat me, how they look out for the younger ones in the camp. You have one movie night with teammates. What film are you picking and why? I think I'll pick Squid Game. I'm not really a fan of movie a lot, but I've seen Squid Game, and I think I like the suspense. I like the fact that there's a little bit of horror, and everyone is just gonna be on their toes, and it's gonna be a fun, horrific, funny, and interesting experience. Thank you.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm doing
How are
okay,
you
and
feeling?
you? Excited?
Okay, how are you feeling on the national team right now?
Super excited, happy always, dancing, singing, happy always.
Okay, I've always seen you've always been beautiful. You've always, kept your feminine side, and I'm always excited about that. In football, you've seen a lot of, upcomings that are not willing to, keep their feminine side when it comes to football, and you see some of them going young in the local league in Nigeria. What would you say about that? Is it easy for you keeping your feminine side as a footballer?
Before I answer this question, 2 days ago, we're in a dressing room. I'm like, who is gonna take over me when I'm gone? When I'm
my God.
gone, really? Who is gonna take over me? Show that feminine part of, like I got to receive a lot of people saying a lot from the beginning, a lot of bad things about me making or playing football and stuff. But then I have to. That is my signature. I have to let people know that you can as well make up and be the best on the pitch, and you don't need to look like a man or anything. Already we looks like men. This is the only thing that will make us look stand out. Like we still keep that feminine side part of us. So, and my mom was so against me playing football. Yeah, so she always emphasized on me becoming a guy if I start playing football. So I try to let her understand that you can as well still remain still remain feminine while you're still doing your thing. So that's just it.
Okay, I love that. Now,
Thank you, Mr. J. Like I have always repeated, the team is more or less in transition, and we are trying to rebuild a team for the future, not just for now, but a team that can last over time. And that accounts for why we keep bringing in some young players that can always learn from the more experienced ones in the team, so that by the time the more experienced ones are facing up, they would have learned so much about the game at the top level, and it will not be something new to them. We equally are aware that there are a lot of Nigerian players that are also doing well globally. It's only fair that they are also given the opportunity to also showcase and make contributions to their own national team. So that accounts for why we also have some new players, in the team. Considering the fact that some of the established players in the team, some also have some slight injuries that have also made it difficult for them to be part of these qualifiers. Como vous le savez,
vivxsports this wonderful day as we get set for another exciting matchup between two African teams. Well, you may say a West African derby between two teams, the Super Falcons against Benin Republic, the Amazons of Benin Republic. The journey to WAFCON 2026 continues as the qualification intensifies to see two teams, one looking for their first shout at the WAFCON and the other who have picked up the tournament 10 times in their history. The giants of Africa, Super Falcons, who have done so well. They won the tournament last time out, beating Morocco in the final out there in Morocco. This time they have a game, two-legged contest, the final phase of qualifier as they set to take on Benin Republic out there in Lome. Welcome to our YouTube live stream. My name is Elias Alex Agbasere, aka the man that I call the efficient radio man. And I'm not doing this alone because I have somebody right here with me seated by my right hand side. I know you've seen her so much. You saw her play football for the Super Falcons. You saw her score goals for the WAFCON tournament. You also saw her picked up some amazing goals in the World Cup, and you also saw her captain the Super Falcons side. She is one of the greatest players to ever wear the jersey for the Nigerian team, and she's right here with me, and we're going to be taking you through the game between Nigeria v Benin Republic out there in Lome. Welcome, Desire Oparanozie. I mean, one of the people that I admired when I was watching football back in the days, she wouldn't know, but after this show, I'll get to tell her his story. Very, very small story about what she did and what she has done for our football. But wonderful to have you here, Desire Oparanozie, for the big game between the Super Falcons and the Amazons of Benin.
Yeah, thank you, Mandem. It's been a great pleasure doing this with you. And, I see it's going to be fun. Yeah.
All right, good to have you here with us. You saw the players, they're already in camp. Some of them came on Monday, some late Tuesday, but the girls are ready. And, this kind of game, we know we're not supposed to, be disrespectful to any opponent. No, we also know that Benin Republic are not so much of a threat when it comes to the Super Falcons, but we know that football games like this, we have to take it seriously. Justin Madugu has also stressed the fact that the Super Falcons don't take any game lightly. They go in there and try to do the business. But with the players in camp and the players set to play this game, what are your feelings going into this one against the Amazons out there in Lome?
Well, like you said, Benin is not a threat. I feel very confident, and but be that as it may, football is what you give on the field, and every team is stepping up, trying to get the required results to play in the biggest tournament. And this match today, it's most likely going to be one of those games where Benin will want to prove what they are made of, and they will also show that they want to play at the highest level. That's been to the next WAFCON, which will also serve as the World Cup qualifier. The next
Final
World
four
Cup.
teams.
Exactly. So I think, like Chamaka said in the press conference, that this is the first step to defend the title, and they're not disrespecting Benin. Benin is a strong team in her words, but they are going to give everything to make sure that they pick all required points.
All right, okay, well, they'll give everything to see if they pick required points. It's a two-legged affair. One will be staged in Lome, that's the game for today, and the second game will be back here in Nigeria, in Abeokuta, where the second leg will go down. And hopefully, for many of the Nigerian supporters and the Super Falcons fans, they'll be hoping that the Super Falcons can get it wrapped up today, and just going into that second game just with ease, not trying to think about qualification. It's going to be a wonderful game between the two sides. Like we said, it's an important qualifier game, two-legged contest between the two sides for the WAFCON 2026 that will be hosted by Morocco once again, who have done so well to host the past two tournaments now. And we have to give credit to Morocco. They are doing something amazing in African football.
Totally. This will be the third consecutive time, that they are just about the only nation who have actually done it
this
consecutively 3 times. The other two nations is South Africa and Nigeria. They've hosted 3 times as well, but not in this same sequence, doing it consecutively. And kudos to Morocco with what they are doing with their football, and we've already seen they've started reaping the reward of all their investment and good work into football, and kudos to them, really.
All right, kudos to them, and we will get to bring you match commentary here as you follow us on vivxsports this wonderful afternoon. Do not forget, you can also as you watch us do the live commentary game here for you, you can also click on the subscribe button so that you can get everything first hand here, because we'll give you everything in the world of sports. All right, and we also cover for you everything happening in the world of African football. So you can click on the subscribe button. Please follow us, and also follow us on every social media platform, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. We're also live on those platforms, but to click the subscribe button would be nice to follow us as we give you the best of sports in the African continent. Well, like I said, let's talk about it. Let's talk a bit about tactics and formation. Justin Madugu, we saw him for the last WAFCON. He did amazing for the team. I was one of the guys who believed that even at halftime, 2-0 down against Morocco, the girls had something in them, to spring up with something amazing in the second half, which they did. But looking at this game, how do you think that the manager should approach a game like this?
I think he will approach it with all seriousness, because this is not a game they should be complacent, So from the lineup he's put out already, we could see that he maintained the same set of players he
Yeah.
used at the last WAFCON, apart from one change, the new girl in the team, Taiwa Folabi.
Yeah, Taiwa Falabi.
It's quite commendable for him to have kept Christy Ucheibe on the bench, and picked her ahead of Ucheibe. So I think maybe he wants to see his same potential in this girl, and I think there's something he has to bring into the team. She have to bring into the team as well. So I think with this lineup, he's not really approaching this game lightly, and this is his best 11, and I think he's out there to pick all 3 points.
All right, he's out there to pick up 3 points. Let's also let you know that in the qualifying rounds, we have Kenya playing against Gambia in the other game for today. That one done and dusted already. We're also going to see another one, simultaneous kickoff with the Nigeria-Benin Republic game would be Burkina Faso playing against Togo. Cape Verde will play against Mali, and also by 5 p.m. the game between Senegal and Cote d'Ivoire would start. So good to see that there are games for today lined up, not just the Nigerian game, other games in other centers where we'll also be bringing you results as the games will unfold in those match centers. But the feeling in camp is a feeling of great one. The girls are already 19 players who joined in camp. They trained well. They've been training out there in Lome. They look good, and they're getting set for a big game against Benin Republic, the Amazons of Benin Republic. Well, the Benin Republic coach spoke, ahead of this game, and he said something about going in the game and not be fearful of the Super Falcons. They know how big the Super Falcons are. They know that they respect them in African football, but they have to be fearless if they want to get anything from this game.
Totally, that's a very positive mindset. Going head to head against an opponent such as Super Falcons.
Yeah.
African giants when it comes to women's football in Africa. So the only way they can get something out of this game is that mindset, going into the field without fear, giving everything, fighting for every ball, and with the mentality of a champion, a winner's mentality. That's the only way they can actually get something out of this game.
All right, so that's the only way they can get something out of this game. Let's talk about our dominance now, shall we? We've dominated so much. You also won WAFCON titles for yourself. You also were part of a great generation of Nigerian women's players. But this team, the continuity of the Super Falcons has been something that we all appreciate and talk about. Every time we talk about Nigerian women's football, we have to recognize their greatness. Some of the players are aging now. Osinachi Ohale, some of the veterans in that team. Asisato Shola, who has been there for a while now. But you have to commend their dominance. They've continued the path of dominating other African teams. And how long do you see this continuing for? Because as it stands right now, I don't think there's any team that would challenge the Super Falcons as we speak. How long do you see this dominance, continuing for the Super Falcons, looking at how good they've been so far?
Well, I think we can actually still go on for another decade. To be totally honest, and
now legend talk about
we can, because there is a precedent that's already at play. That's what we built on. The likes of me and the ones after me and all of that. So there's already a foundation that's been laid, and the mindset, the mentality for every crop of players that have played for the Super Falcon is to continue in that fashion, to continue to maintain that momentum and continue to progress and all of that. And that has been one thing that have kept the team succeeding all of these years. And I think if the likes of Morocco doesn't catch up with us sooner than later, I think the Super Falcons will continue to dominate for another decade.
All right, with inclusion now of young players, I think that we're getting to that stage where we also have to integrate younger players to the Super Falcons team, and we're seeing some changes, with new players coming into the ranks. Ijami Lucy was one of those players who came into the ranks, and now she was part of that squad that won the WAFCON tournament, and she scored a goal in the final semi-final, which was really good for her. So I think that when you talk about continuity and talk about dominance, including some of these fresh legs who are doing really well for their various clubs across the world, would be something good to keep the Super Falcons at the top of their game.
Definitely. That's what it has always been, actually. I remember during my days when I newly joined the team, the Falcons at that time had the likes of Perpetua and Kocha, Stella Mbachu, Precious Dede.
They were the legends at the time.
Exactly. Fionwe, who was still part of that team at that time, so that's always what the team has always been about, mixture of the veterans, the older players, with a couple of younger ones, joining and blending together. And we the younger ones at that time, we learned a lot from the older ones, and that's exactly what's happening now. The likes of Asasato Shoala, Osina Chohali, Halima Tainde, they are now the older players, and the younger
helping
ones
the younger ones,
helping them to groom and integrate well, so that by the time the older ones leave the scene, the younger ones would have had a swift and very smooth transition into the team. And it's been a tradition, and it has really helped the team all this while.
All right, it has helped the team all this while. The tradition of the older players, so to speak, helping the younger generation of Super Falcons players, and also the involvement of some of the foreign players who, for many, wouldn't expect to be the Super Falcons. I mean, girls like Michelle Alozie, who, I mean, if it's the Super Eagles, we'll call them the Init boys, and we also have Init girls in our Super Falcons team, and Ashley Plumter also in that team, doing really well for herself and doing really well for the Super Falcons side. So we'll be going through the lineups for both sides just in a moment for the Amazons of Benin Republic and the Super Falcons of Nigeria. So we are just 15 minutes to kick off out there in Lome. It will be a wonderful, wonderful game for Benin Republic. It will be their first shot. If they qualify against Nigeria, it will be their first ever WAFCON title. Do not forget, they played their first game in 2006, and having to see if they will qualify to the WAFCON will be something amazing for them. But they stand right in front of the giants of women's football in Africa. That's the Super Falcons. So it's not going to be an easy feat for them, and it's going to be a difficult game for the Amazons of Benin Republic. But an underdog story is something we cannot rule out of football, because it's inevitable to see some of these things happen. Sometimes you write off a team and they shock you, but over two legs, you must be feeling confident, desire Oparanozie, that this is not going to be one of those stories where an underdog team will knock out the big girls. Because, I mean, if you look at the players that we have, like I said, we'll go through the lineups just in a moment. But before we go there, we know underdog stories is part of football, but do you see any slip-ups in a game like this for the Super Falcons?
I don't, to be totally honest. I don't. In as much as I'm not, looking down on Benin team, but I mean, in as much as they've played the first phase of this qualifying series. They played back in February against Sierra Leone, where they won 5-2 on aggregate, right? So they've done absolutely well up until this stage, and having to face Nigeria, I really don't see them as a stumbling block for Super Falcons. Okay. They are going to put up
they did well against Sierra Leone though. 5-2. I mean, that's wonderful. 3-1, 2-1.
They won.
It was a good
both home and away. So that's why I said I'm not entirely looking down on them, but I don't see them being a threat to Super Falcons, and it's not going to be a walk in the park for Super Falcons. Of course, they will want to put up a good fight, but at the end of the day, Super Falcons, they will do what Super Falcons do.
All right. At the end of the day, I like that. Super Falcons doing what only Super Falcons can do. Well, the lineups for the Super Falcons, as you can see that displayed on your screen, it's a tough one. A really tough team to play against, I have to tell you. Chiamaka Nnadozie is in goal. I mean, nobody starts. She's the best goalkeeper, I mean, to a large degree, maybe the best goalkeeper in the world for the women's game, if you ask me.
Of course.
She has done so well for herself, and also replicating the same form for Brighton and Hove Albion women's team in the Premier League. She has done amazing with lots of saves and also helping her team to victories. Chiamaka Nnadozie starts once more in goal. You must say she has been so good at in between the sticks, and she will go down as one of the great players for the Super Falcons.
Definitely, she's done well, and I mean, you mentioned her spectacular performance
Yes.
with her club side.
Yeah.
She won Player of the Month the very first
month of playing in the SPL.
Exactly. So that's a testament to how
Good she is.
And I mean, no disrespect to Africa, but if Chamaka is not from Nigeria, she would she's unarguably
be the best goalkeeper
in the world.
Yeah.
Definitely. So
and I support that 100%.
That's how good she is, and she's proven that over time. Her consistency is to be studied, really, because she steps up in every game, and kudos to her for staying consistent all this while.
All right, kudos to her for staying consistent all this while. She'll be in goal. There's Osinachi Ohale also in that defense for the Nigerian side. Ashley Plumter also makes it. Esther Okoronko is there. There's Abiodu in there. Oluwatosin Dimehi, Rashidat Ajibade, who captained the side. Folabi in there, like the new player. You talked about her. Where's jersey number 12 for this game? Chiwendu Hezwe, fantastic player. Left and right foot. She knows what to do on and off the ball. We also have Jamilu C in there. She's done so well for herself. Sporting jersey number 20. And for jersey number 2, no need to introduce her. She's one of the famous players in the Super Falcons team, Michelle Alozie, who has also done so well. So strong team, I have to say, for the Super Falcons. And this looks like a team that can produce lots of goals in a game like this.
Totally. That's why I said with this lineup, I don't think the head coach is playing with this game really.
Yeah.
Because this is his typical lineup in the WAFCON, and seeing all of these players, lined out today, I'm confident that Benin will not pose a threat to Super Falcons.
All right, with this lineup, Benin Republic will not pose a threat to the Super Falcons. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button on vivxsports here this wonderful evening as we get set for the big game between Benin Republic and Nigeria for what could be a window to pass through, well, maybe a door, if you may, to pass through to the WAFCON 2026 as they get set for match action. Well, there are lots of things to look forward to in a game like this. We've already given you the lineup for the Super Falcons. We're waiting for confirmation for the lineups for the Amazons of Benin Republic to bring you up to speed with that one right here in our live studios. So we're getting set for that one. The Super Falcons have won 3 of their last 4 games, and for the Benin Republic side, I mean, they got 2 victories from Syria alone, but before those 2 victories from Syria alone, they've lost 2 games coming into this one. So when you look at form and look at what both teams have been doing so far, you would say the Super Falcons are, coming into this game with the higher momentum.
Of course, coming into this game as the African champions, because the last time they kicked the ball was at the WAFCON final.
Yes.
So I mean, Super Falcons, they've had an amazing year, and you can't compare. You can't compare in terms of their runs lately. Super Falcons have obviously had more wins, and I mean, there's no comparison when you look at it, head to head and all of that. So.
All right, not so much to compare the two sides. That's the Benin Republic side and the Nigerian side as we are minutes away from kickoff. Just 9 more minutes. But if you want to join the conversation, all right, you want us to get your feel of what you think will happen in this game before the ball kicks roll out there in Lome. You can call the numbers just right there on your screen, 813-6197-658. All right, you want to get in touch with us right here and talk about the Super Falcons as they get set for their matchup against the Amazons of Benin Republic. Match action here this wonderful evening on VIVX Sports. And like I said, click the subscribe button so you can be up to speed with everything we have for you here in this one. All right, big game by our standards. 8 more minutes to kick off as we get set for the big one. Like I said, you can also join us in the studio. You can send in your messages, and you can also place a call through for us to fill your pause as we get set for the big game. But before I bring the Benin Republic lineup to the conversation, let's talk about predictions. I mean, I know you're a huge fan of the Super Falcons, huge supporter, huge follower of the Super Falcons. I've been following your journey, ever since you retired from football in 2023. But anyways, it's good to know that we have, a legend like you in the studio. You've played the game. You understand the pressure that goes on with qualifying games. You've also, had to fight for a lot of equality outside, outside the four walls of a football pitch. Talking about how women are treated when it comes to football in Africa. And I have to say personally, I commend you for all of that. But let's look at the game. Like I said, you've been there before. You know how it is. You know the pressure that comes with playing like this. But when you talk about prediction now for the game, what's your score prediction, Desire, for this big game? We have first leg for the World Cup qualifiers, the WAFCON qualifiers rather.
I think. We know
I would expect you to give maybe 5.
Nigeria will definitely win, but
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Maybe 4-0.
4-0.
Yeah, 4-0 in favor.
You don't see Benin Republic even scoring one?
I don't see that happening with that line of defense. I don't see it happening. But they could actually pull a surprise. You saw.
Yeah.
I don't know if you followed South Africa, DR Congo, South Africa. It was a 1-1.
Yes.
And
it was unbelievable because nobody saw
Who
DR
would have
Congo.
thought?
Getting that victory.
Perhaps it's because there's rumor that their coach didn't travel with them.
So maybe that could affect their psyche.
SAFA contracts with the coach and all of that. Perhaps that could maybe play a major role in their performance and all of that. But be that as it may, I don't see that happening with the Super Falcons. And,
all right. All right, so not seeing that happening with the Super Falcons. So Desire Oparanozie's prediction in the studio here is Benin Republic 0, Nigeria 4. All right. So I've noted that one down now. So we're getting set for that one. Well, match action will start in about 5 minutes. The ball will start rolling out there in Lome as we get set for the game. Just to bring you up to speed with some of the interesting starts before this game. Of course, for the Super Falcons, like you said, the last time they kicked the ball was in the WAFCON tournament where they came back and won 3-2 in that final. Well, the first leg holds today at the Stade de Kuge in Lome, Togo, with Benin Republic forced to play away from home due to lack of CAF-approved stadium. All right, this return leg follows on the 28th of October, where we'll get to see that game in Abeokuta out here in Nigeria. Well, 10-time African champion the Super Falcons are now aiming to extend their dominance and book their ticket to the continent's biggest women's football showpiece. The two sides have met only once before, a friendly match in 15th of February 2018, and that game was a narrow 1-0 victory for the Nigerian team as they completed that one. So 1-0 the first time we met and the only time we've ever met, so we'll get to see another appearance between these two teams coming together to play in a game as big as the WAFCON qualifier. So big one as we see the girls setting out already on the field of play, getting set for match action as the national anthem of the Nigerian side will ring round the stadium in Lome as we get set for match action. All right. Let's also let you know we're live on YouTube, so click the subscribe button. If you've joined us, if you're just here newly, you can click the subscribe button. vivxsports. We have lots of amazing things for you as you follow through. Not just my very humble self, or not just Desire Oparanozie. We have lots of amazing other cast members who get to do amazing stuff here on vivxsports. All right, so just click the subscribe button to stay up to speed. You can also click the notification and put the notification on so you can get some notifications when we go live on YouTube. Like I said, we're just minutes away from kickoff, and the excitement out there for the WAFCON qualifier never stops as Nigeria gets set for a big game. Well, the girls are looking bright and sharp, and maybe not too many smiley faces. I mean, this is an important game.
It's business time.
It's business time, so
Yeah.
you wouldn't expect them to be all smiley and stuff like that. But good to see them getting set for this one. Osinachi Ohale standing just close to Chiamaka Nadozie and the captain Rashidat Ajibade, as we're just seconds now from kickoff. A big game by all standards. I mean, Desire Oparanozie gave her own prediction. She said 4-0. I'm going to go with 3-0 in favor of the Super Falcons. I'll go with 3-0.
Okay.
But if they score more, I mean, it still doesn't change anything. It's still good for me, though, because we need more goals. I mean, I think 4-0 here would wrap up the tie even before the second leg.
Yeah. Sure, definitely.
All right, definitely. All right, so I'll be your commentator here this wonderful afternoon, and my co-commentator is right here, one of the legends of the game, one of the legends of African women's game, Oparanozie, who has represented Nigeria in the past, in the World Cup, in the WAFCON tournament, and also done a lot of things for CAF. If you know Oparanozie, she's outside. She's always outside, all right?
Always outside.
Always outside, yeah, that's it. Anyways, well, we're waiting for kickoff here this wonderful afternoon as we get set for the big game. Now, many people say things like this: the Super Falcons have been saving the face of Nigerian football. Do you agree with that sentiment?
Yes. Yes.
And I'm happy that I'm talking to an ex-Super Falcons player, so it doesn't look like I'm trying to instigate anything. So, do you think that they're saving the face of Nigerian football?
Most definitely. I mean, the results are
show
there.
It, yeah.
You know, I mean, the records are there. So they are actually, to be totally honest, Falcons, they've done tremendous. There is no better word to actually
describe what they've done. Yeah.
Exactly. They've done incredibly well for Nigerian football.
All right, they've done incredibly well for Nigerian football, and I mean, to have 10 titles in the continental football, that's
unrealistic.
That's unrealistic,
Seriously,
to be honest. Because even Egypt, for the men's football, who have 7, they don't have up to what the Super Falcons have when it comes to African football. So
there's
wonderful
no national team in the world, male or female,
that can boast that. Record. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And to do that back to back to back, and the manner at which they do it, sometimes they make it look easy, but it's not easy. It's not easy.
Look at the last one. From 2-0 down.
Yeah, in the final. Yeah.
Man, who does that?
In the final of a big game, and they were playing away in Morocco. You know, you had lots of Moroccans in there.
Against everything, against the fans, against the crowd, everything, and then the laser lights and
and everything, just to put them off, but it still didn't work. The girls did well. They had to dig deep. To get things over the line, and it was wonderful to watch them win that one. Sweet feeling to come back in a final.
Talking about it,
goosebumps. Right. So,
seriously,
it was good. I mean, like I said, I for one didn't expect us to even be 2-0 down at halftime, but I never stopped believing because I knew they were going to come back. I was watching that game with my brother, and I told him we only need one goal.
Yeah.
And from one goal, everything changed. And that's what
I never doubted. I was watching from the stands. You know, that 2 goals down, it was unbelievable. Nobody saw it coming. But when it happened, I was still very optimistic. I knew football is a game of 2 halves. I kept telling because that day I was working with BBC, and I kept telling the people I was working with that the moment Morocco allowed Nigeria to start playing, things will change.
Right.
And that was what happened.
Nice. Wonderful for the Super Falcons as they picked up their 10th title in African football. Well, we are almost ready for the big game right here, just seconds away from kickoff. Big matchup between the two sides. The Nigerian side against the Benin Republic Amazons as we get set for match action. Like I said, you can also call us. You can call us up if you want to have us to feel your pulse on what you think will happen in this game between the two sides. We'll be here to take your calls, and you can also send in messages. We'll be here to read them for you. 081 361 9658. That's the number to call wherever you are in the world. You can call us all the way from the United States, Canada, Mexico. You can call us from Russia. You can call us from Australia. You can call us from even Benin Republic if you want to talk about the Amazons as we get set for match action out there. So the girls are getting set, and we are getting set for live commentaries here on vivxsports this wonderful evening. It's Elias Alex alongside Oparanozie to bring you live commentary of this wonderful matchup between the two sides. Stadium in Lome out there in Togo as we get set to play this. Can we call this a derby game? Western derby, maybe? Not really. We're not playing Ghana, so let's
exactly. Derby is usually between Ghana and Nigeria.
All right. Okay. Let's tell you that the game has kick-started out there in Lome as the two teams sizing themselves up. Nigeria will be playing from left to right, sporting their green over green shorts and green socks, while the Benin Republic side are sporting yellow over yellow shorts and yellow socks. Early days in the game, just seconds played already in the football. Michel Alozie will take a throw-in from the right-hand side, sends the ball inside, cleared away by the Benin Republic defenders who are looking to just push the Nigerian girls back into their own half. But Ashley Plumter has it now from the left-hand side, forward ball, looking for the run of Chiwendu Ihezue, who has it now on that far side. The ball is kicked away for a throw-in to Nigeria. Early signs, just seconds into the first minute of the game, and now already seeing the Super Falcons dominating proceedings.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this goes to show how the Falcons want to play. They want to play attacking football from they took the kickoff and they didn't pass back. They send the ball forward, all the way forward, and ever since they've been on the side of the Benin Republic team. So it goes to show that they are focused, they are offensive-minded, and perhaps they want to bury the game early enough so they don't play under pressure. All
right, here they come now. Jamilusi with it. Tries to pick out the run of captain Rashidat Ajibade. Throw into Nigeria, taking quickly to Michel Alozie. Forward ball now, searching for the run of captain Rashidat Ajibade. But the ball will go only as far as the Benin Republic defenders, who are already sitting deep early on in this game. You can see them with 2 lines of 4, too many bodies behind the ball, and that already shows you that the Super Falcons in the first 2 minutes of this game on top of this one.
Yeah, definitely. And all the players of the Super Falcons, they are on the side of the Benin Republic side, and everybody from Benin side, they are all behind the ball, trying to, perhaps they want to pack the ball. I don't know. Looks like that's what the game plan is, but I don't know for how long it will take Nigeria to break the deadlock if that's the game plan the Benin girls are coming with.
All right, it would be sad that you start a football game and you start on the back foot. I mean, it's still very much early days. There are lots of minutes to play here. Oluwatosi Dimeni has it now, goes to the midfield. Nigeria controlling things with Biodun. Sends it to the right-hand side. Michel Alozie picks it up to Jamilusi, who tries the forward pass to Rashidat Ajibade, who's playing a free role, so to speak. She moves from left to right for tactics from Justin Madugu to allow the captain breathing space to create danger for the Super Falcons side. We've seen that already so far, even in the WAFCON tournament, where she did a wonderful job of dragging her team back in that final.
Yeah, that's what she does. She's very mobile, so that's where her mobility comes to play. She, moves around from right to left, looking for those spaces behind the opponent's defense for them to, connect her with those balls, and perhaps she'll most likely bring that same experience into today's game and help the Super Falcons get the needed results.
All right. Let's let you know that from our poll, and we put a poll out there to see who wins the game between Nigeria and Benin Republic. And after 53 votes, we have 94% for the Nigerian team and just 4% for Benin Republic, with 2% going for a draw. You can already clearly see that people are thinking that it's going to be a one-way traffic, so to speak, for the Super Falcons in a game against Benin Republic. Well, we're into the 5th minute, just entering the 5th minute of this game, as we see the Super Falcons struggling just behind. Oh, that was Chiamaka Nnadozie giving away possession. Here come the Benin Republic side, sticking the ball on the right-hand side. They bring it down now to the center, taking it back to the right-hand side. They have an opportunity to maybe put a ball into the box. Good defensive pressure there from Biodun, who sent that one out. Deborah Biodun did so well, but you have to say, Chiamaka Nnadozie, what was she thinking in that position?
I don't know. Perhaps too confident with the ball. I don't know, because from the beginning of the game, we saw her, step away from the goal all the way outside of the 18, and that's because there's no pressure, and every player was on the half of Benin Republic, and maybe she got lost in the moment. She was too confident not to have dealt with that ball.
All right, just to let you know, this is the YouTube live stream of vivxsports. Please click on the subscribe button and also turn on your notification to keep tabs with everything we do here on vivxsports. We'll take you around everything happening in the world of African football and African sports in general. Osinachi Ohale has it now to Deborah Abiodun. She springs it to the right-hand side, looking for the run of Michelle Alozie, who misses her pass there, but seems to be a player on the ground. Osinachi Ohale struggling to get back on her feet. Referee would call that back for a foul in favor of the Super Falcons. It was always going to be a physical contest when two African teams meet. But she's a veteran, so she understands what the game demands.
Yeah, definitely, she knows. And for her to have been on the ground for that ball, and I'm sure it was a very difficult knock.
Here come Nigeria now on the far left-hand side. In his way with it, drops it for left back Ashley Plumter, whose pass is displaced as Benin Republic look to come forward. They have it now on the right-hand side. Nigeria win possession back. Here they come now. Ashley Plumter sends a good ball into the box, but the goalkeeper comes out to gather. A chance now for Nigeria, chips it over. Oh, he hits the crossbar, and the rebound is still there. Esther Okoronkwo will get to that ball, but just couldn't guide it into the back of the net. And that was a huge opportunity for the Super Falcons. First real sighted goal, and that should have been 1-0.
Yeah, it should have been. That was a very good chance, and unfortunately hit the woodwork. And that was, I think Benin got lucky there.
Yeah. Lucky for Benin Republic as the ball cannoned off the crossbar. The rebound wasn't a good shot, if you ask me, from Esther Okoronkwo. She added too much power to that ball as the ball sailed over for a goal kick to Benin Republic, who have a player down on the ground, struggling and needing medical assistance on that far right-hand side of their own attack. But you have to say, 8 minutes of football, it's all Super Falcons as we speak.
Yes, it's a one-sided affair so far. And like I said, the game plan, looks like the game plan is very clear from the very beginning. Super Falcons, they want to put this to rest and, and play, make sure they don't play under pressure.
Yeah.
And that's what we've seen so far. And that's the replay from that
opportunity.
From Ajibade. What a goal that would have been. But I'm sure they will continue pushing until they get in that one goal and perhaps start looking for the second one as well.
First real chance. Ball hits the crossbar. Well, it hits the crossbar and then hit the line, so that would be counted as a shot on target for the Super Falcons. Just early on in this game, we're approaching 10 minutes of football, still very much 0-0. Benin Republic 0, Nigeria 0. Super Falcons playing their WAFCON qualifier game, two-legged contest. Forward pass now, searching for the run. Jamilusi with a chance. Good save from the goalkeeper, rebound. But clearance there from the Benin Republic defenders. And the Super Falcons have shown so far that they can create chances. And how about that for a save from the goalkeeper?
Exactly, but then again, Jamilusi should have done better with that ball. I mean, she played it directly to the goalkeeper. She should have picked either of the angle, either to the right or to the left, but she played it straight to the goalkeeper, and good save from the goalkeeper. And it was also a very sweet pass from, I think it was from Ajibade.
Yeah,
that was a very sweet pass. It beats the whole line of defense, and then Jamilusi's run to that ball was really good, but she should have buried that chance.
All right, so that was yet another chance and yet another shot on target for Nigeria,
Yes.
who have Michelle Alozie down on the ground. She looks like she's in pain, but hopefully she gets back on her feet as she's having to face medical attention from the Nigerian medical team right there in Lome. Still 0-0, 9 minutes of football played. Nigeria with 2 shots on target early on in this one. Jamilisi with the first one, and Deborah Abiodun with the second one. They're already knocking on the door.
Yeah, but they need to start burying these chances because, I mean, if this happens too many times, it's going to put the team under a lot of pressure, and the Lome team, the Benin Republic
team,
side, they might, gain momentum from all of those misses and continue to push harder as well.
All right. One thing about football is when you get your chances, it's best to take them because it could come back to haunt you. We've already seen that in many football games. A side miss lots of chances, and the other side, just against the run of play, will get one opportunity and they'll bury the ball, and it's game over. Throw in for Benin Republic, far right hand side. They'll take it, sent it into the box. Osinachi Ale would get to that ball first, spreads it out for Jamilusi, who drops it for Rashidat Ajibade, tries to beat a marker, unsuccessful on that occasion. Forward pass, but this one should roll out for a goal kick. Yes, he does. Yeah, just a bit of afters there between Osinachi Ohale and the attacker for Benin Republic. Well, she didn't like the way she was pulled, so she had to make that clear. But goal kick for the Super Falcons. Early stages of this game, 11 minutes of football, still 0-0.
Yeah, still 0-0. It's just 11 minutes of play, so we still have plenty of time to say what this game brings to the table. But then it's been some exciting moments so far from the Super Falcons, and they continue to push forward.
Here they come now with another chance, this time into the box. And that would count as a shot on target because that was going into the back of the net. Good save from the Benin Republic goalkeeper. And already we've seen so many players go to ground in this game. Just 11 or make that 12 minutes of football played. And Desire Oparanozie, you have to question the physicality and the fitness of these players if they go to ground this easily.
Well, this could also be a tactic.
Yeah,
you know,
maybe to slow down the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So because so far we've seen all the players that have been falling apart from Osinachi Ohale who got a knock earlier. All the other players. So this could actually be one of their game plan. You never know.
Well, if this is a game plan, I dare to see to the end of it and see how it works out for them. Well, just looking at that on replay, good pass from Michelle Lozier to the right-hand side. Jamilusi, I think she was trying to put a ball across the face of goal, but just hits that one straight to the goal post. The goalkeeper had to save it. So like I said, it will count like as a shot on target. And that's the third one for the Super Falcons early on in this game. The corner will come from the right-hand side as we wait for the goalkeeper of the Benin Republic side to be back on her feet, still receiving treatment from the medical team. And with the way this game has gone so far, first 30 minutes, Desire, you have to say, there's no way you see the Super Falcons not scoring in a game like this. It's difficult to see them not scoring.
It is.
Actually, with the way they've started this game.
Yes, it is difficult not to see them score, but for how much longer will it take for that one goal to come before we start counting for the next?
Yeah.
But then with Benin team, you know, being on the ground all the time, we really don't know. The match might actually take a different direction.
Yeah, could take a different direction as we have a corner from the right-hand side. It will be an in-swinger, if you may, from Esther Okoronkwo, the left boot of Esther Okoronkwo, who shone like a million stars in the WAFCON tournament in Morocco. She was Nigeria's best player by far, creating assists and also scoring goals. She would take the corner from the right-hand side. And like I said, this should be an in-swinger and maybe to create danger. Sweet ball into the box, the header will come. This time, just off target from Oluwatosin Dimehi, who got to the end of that, but another shot gone begging. Goal kick to the Benin Republic side. As they get set to take this one, they'll take it short. Well, I think I agree with you. They take their time with their goal kicks. They take their time with their free kicks. They try to slow the pace of the game and take the steam off the game. But here come the Super Falcons down on the far left-hand side with Ashley Plumter. She'll go all the way back to Oluwatosin Dimehi, who has it now. Now to Chiamaka Nnadozie. Nnadozie now spreads it to Osinachi Ohale. Nicely done. Deborah Abiodun in the center circle, the defensive midfielder for the Super Falcons. Forward pass now, searching for Ashley Plumter. Ball will roll out for a throw into Nigeria. They will take it quickly. Chiwendu Ihezue now has it for Nigeria on the far side. But that snapshot there, straight to the goalkeeper with the only count. It's another chance gone begging. This time the long ball clearance headed away by Osinachi Ohale, one of the veterans of the Super Falcons side. Thrown to Nigeria, this time to on the far right hand side as Justin Madugu dishing out instructions to the girls just on that far side. Deborah Abiodun, Michelle Alozie, now to Ijamilusi, nicely done, but cleared away by Benin Republic as they send the ball forward. But anytime the ball comes to this side of the area, it only gets to a Nigerian player.
Yeah, because every other Benin Republic player is on their own half defending, you know. They're all playing behind the ball, trying to win it back, but each time they win it, they send it right back into the Nigerian defense without pressure.
Well, Nigeria have another corner this time to the left-hand side of their attack. They go. And that will be corner number 3, if I'm not mistaken, for the Nigerian side. Ashley Plumter. This time will be taken by the captain, Rashidat Ajibade. He has been flawless for the Super Falcons ever since becoming the captain of the team. She will take an in-swinger now. Waiting for the arrival of Osinachi Ohale, who scored one with her head in the WAFCON tournament. This time the ball will drop for Chiwendu Ihezue. She couldn't control that one. Michelle Alozie couldn't stop it. Here comes Benin Republic. But look at that for pace. Nicely done. She clears her line, throwing to Benin Republic in that game. It was a good run forward.
Yeah, that was a good defensive work from Taiwo Afolabi right there.
Youngster.
Yeah.
She kind of looks small in the jersey, but she did so well. Well, what she doesn't make up for height, she does make up for pace. She has lots of pace to burn. And coming across to clear her line there, and also giving the throw-in to the Benin Republic side. And yet again, they take their time with taking their throw-in.
Exactly.
So I think this is a game plan now.
It is.
Yeah,
it is. It is, because I mean, if they go aura for aura, energy for energy,
they will not match. They can't match the aura of the Nigerian team. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a good approach from their part.
All right, they will take the throw-in now, but only as far as Deborah Abiodun, who controls nicely. Now to Ijamilusi, looking to beat a marker on that far side, but unsuccessful. Ball forward now, but it will roll straight to the goalkeeper, Nadoze, who picks it up. Well, many have called that she also has qualities to be one of the captains of this team, if you may. She leads from behind.
Of
and
course,
she also galvanizes her defense so well.
Definitely. She's currently the assistant captain of the team, so she's also a leader.
Free kick, this time in favor of the Benin Republic side, as in his way just clashed with the goalkeeper. She looks to be fine, so get on with the game, says the referee. The Super Falcons have well on top, been on top of this game. They've dominated proceedings. They've had the larger share of possession, and they've created more chances. But looking at the present form of the girls and looking at the present team, it's a very good team, and they're playing a 4-3-3 formation.
It is. It's a very good team, and the formation, it looks good. It looks good so far, because I mean, when they are transitioning offensively, we could see the team commits more number in the offensive area, and which is very good. But they just haven't been lucky enough to convert any of their chances. But I hope that will happen sooner than later.
All right, if you're just joining us, this is vivxsports YouTube live stream. The game between Benin Republic and Nigeria. Right here, as we give you live pictures, as we paint live pictures rather for you here this wonderful evening. Offside on that occasion, the Benin Republic side looking to run through the defense, but good offside line kept by Osinachi Ohale and Oluwatosi Dimei to stop the attack of the Benin Republic side, as Nigeria have it now deep inside their own half, looking to play their way from behind and pass their way into the Benin Republic half. They've done that successfully. So Rashidat Ajibade forward pass now to Ijami Lucy, looking for the run of Michela Lozier, who tries to shoot with her left foot from way out, blocked on that occasion. But here comes the chance now for the Benin Republic side. This could be worrying for them, but that shot wouldn't trouble anybody. Way off target. And in my many years of football, I don't think I understand what she did there. She just took a shot from 30, 35 yards out rather than driving into the box and getting closer to the goalkeeper.
I guess she wasn't sure of taking Tosideme on. It was a one-on-one situation. Perhaps she thought maybe she
lost the battle even before entering the battle.
Exactly. But then the Nigerian defense needs to really be very careful, because it looks like they want to depend, Benin Republic want to depend on
counter-attack situations.
And they've just gotten that one right, and they really need to be careful, because when Nigeria is attacking, every player commits forward, and there's barely any player at the back.
All right, another good ball this time from Michela Lozier into the box, but referee would flag that one offside as Chiwendu Ihezue got to the end of that ball, and we have another player on the ground. This time another Benin Republic player, and I think this at some point could be frustrating for the Super Falcons players if the game continues this way.
Definitely. I've been in this situation before. And I mean, before you play 1 minute, 2 minutes, there's a player on the ground, and I mean, it demoralizes.
Is this because they fear the Super Falcons?
Definitely. It's because, I mean, they know there's little or nothing they can offer, so they try to manage the game, and they feel that's the best way to actually manage it.
All right. Hopefully, this doesn't stop the flow of things for the Super Falcons.
Yeah, so I think the sooner the Super Falcons scores, the better.
The better for them.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense. Here they come now on the left-hand side. Esther Okoronkwo, nicely done. Connecting with Ashley Plumpton on that far side, but that ball will roll out for a throw into Benin Republic. Esther Okoronkwo, one of the players nominated to win the African best player, and you just get the feeling she may be picking up that trophy. I mean, she won the WAFCON tournament,
and
she was splendid, but there are lots of other amazing players in that nomination.
Of course. I mean, good nomination, well deserved, but I personally think with the politics that goes on, I mean, everybody knows.
Yeah, we know what goes on with African football. Yeah.
And for the mere fact that she also didn't win the player of the tournament. Competition. So I think Rashidat or Chibag might stand a better chance at winning it. Chibag, the Moroccan captain, who finished
who did well. She did well.
The top scorer of the tournament as well. So I think it's most likely going to be between Chibag and Ajibade.
Chibak and Ajibade would be looking for that award. It would be nice. I mean, if he goes to either player. But here's the chance now. Chiwendu Ihezue with the chance. She buries the ball into the back of the net to give Nigeria the lead in this game. We've only played 24 minutes of football, and that's over-the-top pass coming from Rashidat Ajibade to Chiwendu Ihezue. We saw that in the WAFCON. We're seeing it now in the qualifying series. What a wonderful opportunity as Nigeria take the lead in Lome. 1-0. Wonderful goal.
Wonderful goal. Great finish. Good run. Good pass. It was very timely, and I mean, it was a top finish from Chiwendu Ihezue, who's, by the way, enjoying her time in Mexico. She's been scoring almost in every game, hat-tricks and the likes, and it's only a matter of time for us to see her replicate the same thing with Super Falcons, and she's just brought that same energy into the team, and a great goal, great finish.
Yeah, fantastic finish. As we go for water breaks, it's kind of hot out there in Lome, if you ask me, ranging from 30 degrees, increasing to 35 before the evening sunset. But Nigeria taking the initiative to score the first goal of this game, with Chiwendu Ihezue pouncing on Rashidat Ajibade cross into the box. Wonderful for the Super Falcons. Never in doubt, we knew that a goal would come. They kept knocking on the door. They've had 3 shots on target before the ball fell to Chiwendu Ihezue, who converted with her left boot to score the first goal for the Super Falcons. And I mean, Desire, you just get a feeling from here on out, it may just be the floodgates opening and more goals for the Super Falcons.
Definitely. Hopefully, now that they've broken the deadlock, hopefully they will, get in more goals before the end of the first half.
Well, that would be the wish for many Nigerian fans and for Justin Madugu, obviously, who is the coach of this team, led them to their WAFCON success in Morocco.
Which have, by the way, end him a contract. Yes, finally.
And
he's gone from interim manager
to full manager now.
Yes, so
wonderful.
You think is well deserved?
Yeah, well deserved. I mean, I think so because, to be honest, I think a lot of journalists and lots of media people, they were heavily critical of him. They criticized his formation, criticized his style of play, and the criticism were just coming on and on and on. And when it was 2-0 at halftime in that WAFCON final, a lot of people were like, oh, we don't talk him now from day one. It's not so good, and look at what he's doing now in the final, And, but that wasn't the case because he came out that second 45 and you could see the imprint of a manager who told the girls, go there and do something, and I think he deserves every bit of praise for what he did for the Super Falcons side. And I think that we should cut managers some slack. Sometimes it's not an easy job to take charge of a successful team as successful as the Super Falcons and to take them to the final of the WAFCON tournament and also win it after going down 2-0 at halftime to a strong Moroccan team in Morocco. So he deserves that contract. It's just like Eric Sekushel for the Super Eagles team. He has done well. I think when he became the manager, there were lots of criticism about him, saying that he's not good enough. But look at him now, dragging the team to at least a playoff in the World Cup qualifying series, which is not bad if you ask me. And he hasn't lost a game yet since becoming the manager. So I think that we should give managers some time, some breathing space.
Be
patient with them to see what they can bring. And Justin Madugu has shown that his tactical know-how has brought the girls to their success. And come on, they're already leading 25 minutes on in a game like this. So I think deservedly so, he deserves to be the coach of the national team.
I totally agree with you. I mean, in terms of experience as well, he's been with the team longer than any other manager, if you ask me. He's served diligently under a lot of other managers. He's been with the team. He understands the team over time, and he's also proven his worth as well. And we could see some of his changes, how impactful they were, and all of those. So I think deservedly that contract, it's a worthy one.
Good one for Justin Madugu, who is the coach of the Super Falcons. 1-0 Nigeria lead in their game against the Benin Republic, the Amazons of Benin Republic. Just to add that, Super Falcons flying over the Amazons for the first goal. Free kick now to Benin Republic, just inside their own half. They will be looking to maybe, like the coach has said before the game, fearless is something that they should carry in their minds when they play against the Super Falcons. But if you ask me, Desire, they've not been fearless so far in the first 27 minutes of this game.
Well, they've not been, but you should also consider their opponents as well. So,
which makes sense.
Exactly. So, but I mean, when it comes to football, you have to talk tough. If not, I mean, what?
You can't give confidence to your players.
How are you then leading your team?
All right, here come Nigeria now. Moving forward, Afolabi. Well, the referee stops that one there, so would restart play with a drop ball. It was Deborah Abiodun looking to switch play from the center of the area to the left-hand side. Afolabi picks it up now. Nicely done. Forward pass, searching for Ashley Plumter. Plumter gets to the ball first. Good pass into the box, and Chuen doing his way. Well, she did well to get a flick on from that ball, but the goalkeeper for Benin Republic will pick that one up. Easy cut for the goalkeeper. And she will send out a ball to the right side, but out for a throw into the Super Falcons. Abiodun has it now. Center circle, brings it forward. Searching for the run of any Super Falcons player. Now to the left. Ashley Plumter has it now. Goes back to Deborah Abiodun. Now to Oluwatosin Dimei. Plays the ball across the field to find Osinachi Ohale. Now the captain will receive it. Rashidat Ajibade goes to the right to Oparanozie, battling with two Benin Republic players. She loses possession, but she regains it with a throw into Nigeria on the far right-hand side. The long throw will come now. It's a tradition for Nigerian football, the long throw. Esther Okoronkwo drops it now for Ijami Lucy. Nigeria will win a throw-in, this time deeper inside the half of the Benin Republic side, as we see some of the players on the bench for the Super Falcons just warming up on that far right-hand side of your monitoring screen. Oparanozie will take the throw-in now, sends a long one to Esther Okoronkwo, gets her first touch, she tries to shoot, a chance now. This time the ball is blocked, danger not averted. Super Falcons still have it now with Afolabi trying to shoot from the edge of the area, but that ball would be blocked by the defense of the Benin Republic side. As you see the manager on the far side just giving a thumbs up to that clearance. And yet again, another player goes down to the ground. And, well, this is more like, I don't know what tactics I will call this, but I think she had a ball to her face from that Esther Okoronkwo shot, so she needs to catch her breath. And the referee just trying to get on with the game, trying to tell her to at least leave the pitch so the game can continue. You can see her there just struggling for the Benin Republic side. Well, football is not easy, I mean, I have to say, but we've seen them. Yeah, she had the ball to her face from Esther Okoronkwo's shot, so because of the head injury, the referee had to stop the game, but she's now receiving treatment. As the game will continue, this time with Nigeria with possession. We'll restart the game with a drop ball. Osnatio Hale will kickstart things for the Nigerian side. 28 minutes of football played. Still Nigeria very much dominating this game out there in Lome.
Yeah, very much. And like I said, Nigeria came prepared. They want to score as many goals as possible when they are attacking.
Yeah.
They commit more numbers up front. You could see from the two central defenders. Look at their position in the field.
Yeah, they're just in the half of the opponent. Yeah,
and the two right backs are always pushing forward.
Yeah. Well, that was a great chance. Another chance for Deborah Abiodun, who shot one from way out. Well, the goalkeeper will pick that up. That will count as another shot on target for Nigeria. The clearance will come now. And anytime the ball comes forward, it's difficult to find yellow jerseys chasing.
It is very difficult.
And that really tells you that they're seated just deep inside defending. Yeah.
They're making sure they don't concede more goals, and each time they try to, break away, gets into the Nigerian half, you could only see 2 or 3 players at best.
Yeah. Well, just to correct something, Deborah Abiodun was the provider for that assist for the goal for Chiwendu Ihezue, not Rashidat Ajibade. Here she comes now. Deborah Abiodun beats 1, beats 2, drives forward, sends the ball to the right-hand side to Ijami Lucy, who has an opportunity now to beat her marker. Well, she does that really well. Goes inside. Good ball into the box. Searching for any Super Falcons player. Only roll out to Afolabi, who has it now on the far side, to Ashley Plumter. Plumter now goes back to the center circle to pick out Oluwatosi Dime. Long ball forward, searching for Ashley Plumter. But Chiwendu Ihezue will get there first. He spreads it to the the left-hand side. Another good cross comes in now with a chance. But Esther Okoronkwo just couldn't wrap her foot and get a final touch on that ball. Any touch would have sent that ball into the back of the net for goal number 2. But that's another chance gone begging.
Yeah, another chance gone begging, and she's really mad at herself for not making contact with that ball. What a goal that would have been, because it was just her and the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Well, that would have been a wonderful chance for goal number 2 for the Super Falcons. But Esther Okoronkwo couldn't connect with that one. We've played 29, make that 30 minutes of football out there in Lome, the women's WAFCON qualifying game, two-legged contest, crucial games for that matter. Qualification to the 2026 WAFCON tournament in Morocco. 1-0 Nigeria lead after 30 minutes of football against their rivals here this wonderful evening. Benin Republic, the Amazons. Well, like I said, if you're just joining our live stream on vivxsports, you can click on the subscribe button to keep you up to speed with everything we're doing here, covering African sports and bringing you the very best. You can also hit on the notification button to get up to speed updates from vivxsports. We're also on Instagram, we're also on Facebook. Nigeria have possession now. Rashidat Ajibade, long ball forward, searching for the run of Esther Okoronkwo. But ball straight to the goalkeeper. And let me come to you, legend. You just get the feeling that the Super Falcons are operating on maybe gear one. They're not trying to do too much. The game is being played on easy mode. You get the feeling.
Oh, yeah, but I also think that's because the
opponent,
the Amazons of
yeah,
Benin are not actually allowing them the space to actually explore, because you see their defense is very compact. Before you can actually touch the ball and move around with it, you have 2 or 3 defenders, closing down on you, and they've really made it very difficult for Super Falcons to actually have that liberty to explore the spaces, and it's kind of difficult, really.
Difficult one for the Benin Republic girls. They've been struggling in this game. They've not really controlled the tempo. They've not passed the halfway point with many players. Every time they pass the halfway point, only 2 or 3 Benin Republic players are chasing the ball, which makes it a bit difficult for them to hold on to possession in dangerous and attacking areas of the pitch.
Yeah, and I think that has also allowed them to, keep the scoreline of this game at 1-0, because if they are to open up and play, play an attacking football, I think the Super Falcons would have been up by maybe 3 or 4 goals by now, So, like I said,
that's also helping them to play this way.
Exactly. It's obviously the game plan: stay compact, play behind the ball, and depend on counter attack.
Well, what would you say about Afolabi so far? She's done well, carried herself well in that midfield on the left-hand side, and 1 or 2 impressive touches on the ball.
Yeah, she has actually. She has, tried to keep the ball, win some balls, and when I've seen a few times when Super Falcons are, playing corner kick, she will be the one at the back, taking care of the home, and a few times she's done some really good defensive work. So she's done really well for somebody coming from the under 20.
Yes.
Under 17.
Under 17,
yeah,
rather.
17. And I think she's giving a very good account of herself.
Yeah, bright prospects. She's gone to ground, back on her feet now. She catches a very diminutive figure. Looks like a very good player. When she gets the ball, you see her very quick to move around and turn. Just like what we saw with Jamilusi in the WAFCON tournament when she got that first chance to play for the Super Falcons. I mean, sometimes when you don't dare to start the younger ones, you wouldn't know how good they are.
Exactly. See her now running into spaces, winning balls, and trying to make sure the Super Falcons are in possession.
Nicely done. Super Falcons have possession now with Deborah Abiodun, who would send the ball to the right-hand side. Michelle Alozie will control, but the Benin Republic defender would clear her line on that occasion, but the ball goes back to the Nigerian half of things, with Chamaka Nadozie spreading it now to Oluwatosin Dime, who has it, drags the ball now to the half of the Benin Republic side. Being cheeky right there with step overs as she goes across. That was nice to see.
No pressure whatsoever. She's having fun.
Yeah, and they are having fun out there.
Yeah.
Pass now to Plumter, the left back for Nigeria. Forward pass, searching for the run. Afolabi, who has it now. Taiwo Afolabi, who has done well so far for Nigeria. They lose possession, but you get the feeling that in this counter-attacking chance now for Benin Republic, she did so well to beat Amaka there. Drops the shoulder with a shot there. Good save from Chiamaka Nadozie, and that was nicely done from Benin Republic.
Nicely done, nicely done. Who would have thought? I think this is definitely the
game plan. Yeah.
Yes. So this is not the first time it's happening, not the second time they've, done this over time, and I mean it's working for them. They've gotten their first corner of the game, and that was a good run.
Yeah.
She outpaced those Natural Halid right there.
Yeah.
And this is obviously what they want to do, and they've gotten their first corner now. More numbers are pushing up front too.
I still don't believe that we have a corner from a team, and well, it was 2 players in the box. Now they have 5, so they're still keeping many bodies behind the line, looking to defend. A chance now for them, but the referee calls that back. Foul on the goalkeeper, so free kick to Nigeria, just inside their own box. And look at that again on replay. She did well. I think Osinachi Ohale was struggling to get to the end of that, and
she's quite pacey.
Yeah, drop off the shoulder there, a shot with her left boot, but good save from Chiamaka Nadozie, who does well to save the blushes of the Super Falcons, keeping this game still at 0-0.
That was interesting to see, by the way.
Here they come now, the Super Falcons. This time they have it on the right hand side. They've lost possession, but the referee calls that back. Foul on the Amazons as they have a free kick this time on the left hand side. Maybe in the last 2-3 minutes you see the Benin Republic side growing in confidence in this game and just maybe trying to play their own way and play themselves out of danger.
Totally. It looks like they've woken up. I mean, this last 2 months, like you said, I've seen, bright attack, bright movements from them, and positive response from them.
Nigeria have it now, but this time it would be another free kick to Benin Republic, just close to the 10-yard area of the Super Falcons. 43 minutes of football played. And just a few minutes from the end of the first 45. And the Nigerian side may be finishing this first half on the back foot as they have a free kick to defend in a good position for the Benin Republic side. She would fancy her chances. I think this would be a direct free kick if you ask me.
Looks like it.
Yeah, the manager also having a word with few of the players who are just down on that far side.
This reminds me of the one I scored against South Africa in
Yes.
Ghana 2018.
I remember that goal.
Yeah.
It was a belter. He had no pity for the goalkeeper. Same position, by the way.
Yes, that's why.
That's why you remember.
Yeah.
Hopefully this doesn't end at the back of the net. Anyways, back to commentary. vivxsports here this wonderful evening YouTube live stream as we get set for Benin Republic to take a free kick. Left boot, she takes it. She skies that one off target. Maybe not so far away from target, but doesn't trouble anybody. So go out for a goal kick for the Super Falcons. And just bringing back memories of that free kick you scored. You also were sporting the captain's armband, and you had a wild celebration afterwards because it was a good goal. I mean,
it was a good goal. Tough game.
Yeah.
South Africa, they were pressing us. And it was a very tough game, and that was the only goal of the game.
Wonderful, wonderful feeling. Well, we're just some minutes away from the end of the first 45. You get the feeling we're going to get 3 to 4 minutes added because of the time wasting and the number of times we've seen players go to ground. So maybe additional 3 minutes of football will be added before the end of this one. But here come Benin Republic now, but the ball taken away from them by Rashidat Ajibade. The referee would adjudge that to be a foul. Free kick in a just close to the center circle for the Benin Republic side. Like I said, the last 2-3 minutes it's been Benin Republic piling on the pressure, maybe holding on to the possession more than they did in the first 40 minutes of this game.
Yeah, they're looking more promising now, and I mean, if they continue like this, who knows? But they've really shown promising attack, and which is good. At least they're trying to fight back, and I think it's good for them.
Osinachi Ohale has it now, goes to the left to find Dimehi, who now sends the ball to Ashley Plumter, brings it back to Oluwatosin Dimehi, searching for Osinachi Ohale, center circle. Here come Nigeria now, the Super Falcons, looking to probe forward. Well, there's a replay on that. Esther Okoronkwo with a chance. Esther Okoronkwo buries the ball. Nigeria double their lead. And out of nowhere, the Super Falcons have scored the second goal of this game. We're 2 minutes into the added 3 minutes before halftime. And Nigeria get the all-important second goal before the halftime whistle. And just to look at that back on replay, but it's Esther Okoronkwo who buries the ball with her left boot. Nigeria 2, Benin Republic 0.
Well, this is good for Nigeria. I mean, scoring their second goal at the dead of the hour. Yeah. So I think it's good for them going into the second half. 2-goal lead, and I mean this would demoralize the Benin Republic more, and it's a good result for Super Falcons.
Well, Super Falcons have scored 2 in the first 45. As we are waiting for the referee's whistle to maybe call for halftime, but we'll still have to restart the play. Looking at that on replay again, she got the first assist. Let's see if she got the second one. Yes, Deborah Abiodun with the second assist for Nigeria, and it was Esther Okoronkwo this time around burying the ball. 2 left-footed strike, one from Chiwendu Ihezue, the other from Esther Okoronkwo, as Nigeria double the lead to make it 2-0. Another chance now for the Super Falcons. This time the ball forward to Chiwendu Ihezue, but clearance now would come as Rashidat Ajibade has it now, sends it to Jamilusi, who drops it for Taiwo Afolabi, beats 1, beats 2, drops it for Esther Okoronkwo with a chance. The shot there saved by the goalkeeper, and that was nice build-up from the Super Falcons.
Well, it was, the patience to which they've, kept the ball, try to pass it around and make sure they don't lose it. It's a very good build-up.
Well, almost getting to halftime, but this is a chance now for Benin Republic to maybe have one at goal. And look at that, he hits the upright. Now, that was a great chance from Benin Republic there. Chiamaka Nnadozie was beaten, rooted to the spot, but the ball just cannoned off the upright. And like we say in football, the goalkeeper's best friend saves Nigeria. And it's once again the number 18 shirted player for the Benin Republic side.
Yeah, she's been a threat, and on 1v1 situations, she's been the most, she's been ahead of Osinachi every time, and they really need to devise a means to actually cut her off and make sure they put her to rest, because if we continue like this, she looks like she will most likely give Benin a positive start into the second half. Yeah,
well, that was nicely done from the Benin Republic Amazons. But here comes Deborah Abiodun again, beats Amaka, finds Michelle Alozie, drops it now for Esther Okoronkwo, driving through. The sweet left foot of Esther Okoronkwo, nice control, but that pass was a loose pass. But here comes Benin Republic again. This time they have a chance, but Chiamaka Nnadozie will chase that ball back, and it'll be easy catch for the goalkeeper of the Super Falcons. Yes, nicely done. Well, you predicted 4-0, so we've seen 2 goals in the first half. Maybe 2 goals in the second half would make your prediction come to pass.
Perhaps.
Well, we've reached halftime out there in Lome, Togo. The game between Nigeria and the Benin Republic side. The WAFCON qualifier. Look at that again. That was a good chance for Benin Republic, but the upright saved Nigeria's blushes in that encounter.
That was quite close. Thanks to the woodwork.
Woodwork doing its job. And Nigeria still very much so in this game. It's finished halftime, 2-0 in favor of the Super Falcons. The first goal by Chiwendu Ihezue, who pounced on a loose ball from Deborah Abiodun to give the Super Falcons the lead And the second goal happened just 2 minutes into the added time before halftime. Esther Okoronkwo receives a pass from Deborah Abiodun again, and she buried the ball into the back of the net as the Super Falcons take a commanding 2-0 lead into halftime here for the WAFCON qualifier game. Wonderful first half, I must say.
Yeah, very good first half. I mean, it's expected that Super Falcons will be maybe 2 or 3 goals up in the first half, and I mean they've delivered on that, and it's all in all a one-sided game. But then towards the last 5-7 minutes of first half, we saw Benin Republic, putting up a good fight, trying to make sure they find their way back into the game. But then, I mean, it was a very exciting last couple of minutes before the end of first half. But all in all, Super Falcons have dominated in terms of possession, chances, and in every way of the game. And they have 2 goals to show for it, and it's a good result for them coming back into the second half.
All right, a good result for the Super Falcons, and halftime in Lome. Well, a good number, some fans in the stadium watching this one and also getting to feel the Super Falcons as they watch that game. Good stadium for football, good atmosphere also for football. We've reached halftime out there in Lome. The Super Falcons take a 2-0 advantage into the halftime break, getting set for the second 45 in 15 minutes. Well, it's been a game for Esther Okoronkwo and Chiwendu Ihezue, scoring 2 goals from Deborah Abiodun's assist here on vivxsports as we bring you painting the picture for you here this wonderful evening. It's been a wonderful first 45 minutes. We've seen lots of amazing football from the Super Falcons, and you just get the feeling, Desire Oparanozie, we've seen what the Super Falcons have done. It was brilliant game plan from the Benin Republic side to sit deep and maybe soak up the pressure. And like you rightly stated, during the course of commentary, that if they came out and played their game, maybe the Super Falcons would be 4 or 5 goals up by now, because it was easy to break the defense of the Benin Republic side, and that's why you saw them with many bodies behind the line. But good first half performance. Do you see any changes in the approach for the Super Falcons going into the second half, or you just think Justin Madugu will continue the same way they started the first 45?
Well, I think he will continue the same way he ended the first 45 minutes, but maybe with time, 60, 70 minutes into the second half, maybe he will do 1 or 2 subs, but I would like to see the likes of Joy Omenwa. She's been an amazing player for her club side, scoring goals, and this would be a perfect opportunity for us to get to see what she brings into the team, and also I think also coming back into the second half, it would be nice to see how Coach Justin will make some adjustments on how to handle the striker, the Benin striker, the number 18. I don't know her name yet.
We'll get confirmation on that. She's been worried.
It would really be nice if maybe find a way to cut off supply to her, or perhaps switch between Demehi and Ohali. I think
maybe put Demehi on the other side. A bit faster.
Demehi is a bit faster. She would most likely handle her better than Osinachi would. But let's see what the coach comes up with in the second half.
All right, let's see what the coach comes up with in the second 45. Well, we'll leave you for a short timeout. When we come back, we'll be prepping for second 45 here on vivxsports. Don't go nowhere.
My name is Omorinsola Babajide. What inspired my form last season is that, I've been with Tenerife for 2 years, so I feel like we had a better understanding of one another and how we play. And with the new manager stepping in as well, he was able to utilize me and understand how I can properly just help the team really. So that's one. After my season with Tenerife, I've been wanting a Champions League club, so I guess that will be announced later today where I go to next. So yeah, that's all I can say really. Okay, I'm very confident that we have the ability to beat any team in this competition. we topped the group, which is what we wanted to do. So yeah, that was possible for us, and we're just taking every game as it comes. And yeah, we just need to perform to the best of our ability. We're a very strong team. Everyone knows that we're the best in Africa as well, so we just need to showcase that really, which I'm sure that we'll be able to do that. What is it called? Bayless Queens? Oh, to be fair, I don't know that one. I only really know 3. Okay, Edo Queens, Romo Stars, and what's it called? The B Queens team. I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, no, I need to pay more attention of the teams in Nigeria. But like, I see it getting bigger and bigger over social media as well, which I'm very happy to see. But yeah, I need to educate myself a little bit more on the league, which I'm sure I will. Done.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm doing
How
okay.
you
And you?
feeling?
Excited?
Okay, how you feeling on the national team right now? Like,
Super excited, happy always, dancing, singing, happy always.
okay, I've always seen you've always been beautiful. You've always kept your feminine side, and I'm always excited about that. In football, you've seen a lot of upcomings that are not willing to keep their feminine side when it comes to football, and you see some of them growing young in the local league in Nigeria. What would you say about that? Is it easy for you keeping your feminine side as a footballer?
Before I answer this question, 2 days ago, we're in the dressing room. I'm like, who is gonna take over me when I'm gone? When I'm
my God.
gone, really? Who is gonna take over me? Show that feminine part of, like I got to receive a lot of people saying a lot from the beginning, a lot of bad things about me making or playing football and stuff. But then I have to. That is my signature. I have to let people know that you can as well make up and be the best on the pitch, and you don't need to look like a man or anything. Already we looks like men. This is the only thing that will make us look stand out. Like we still keep that feminine side part of us. So, and my mom was so against me playing football. Yeah, so she always emphasized on me becoming a guy if I start playing football. So I try to let her understand that you can as well still remain still remain feminine while you're still doing your thing. So that's just it.
Okay, I love that. Now, I think this question is kind of a bit personal, but if you are willing to answer it, okay. For me, I'm a young mom and I'm a mother.
Yeah.
And I know being a mom and going on with my career isn't easy at all. But as a footballer, is there any plan concerning that someday when you retire? And to me, I've never seen maybe active footballer have babies, have their own child. Maybe it's after retirement that they do so.
I think it's just in Nigeria. You can go to America. A lot of their national team players, the ones playing in the league, they have babies now. If you can play and come back, it's all about your decision. If you can as well have babies and go back playing, you can as well stop and have babies. It's your personal decision. Even though Kobe Ngozi, she was once with us, she just had her baby and she's back playing. So it's your personal decision. It's difficult. I won't lie to you. It's very. I've asked some of my teammates how do they cope. They say it's very, very tough, but still they're managing. So we are powerful. Women are powerful. They can compare everything. So yeah.
Okay, lastly for me, I want to ask about the Saudi League. I know you and Ashley Plumter played you are playing currently in the Saudi League. Now, for me, I want you to tell us that there is more to Saudi League than people, they have that imagination. It's all about money. What is more to Saudi League than money?
Did you see the way Ashley plays?
Yeah.
Did you see the way I play against Portugal?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's how the league is. You just have to fight because we don't have so many professional players yet. So you have to do all the work by yourself, defend, dribble, score goals. So it's more like a personal development. They're just starting. So the league is growing. To be honest, I wasn't expecting the level I saw when I first got there, but playing with them, trying to understand the long-term project, I've seen a lot of changes and differences for just 3 years. It's really growing, and it's not just about money, what people think. It's about you learning and giving back to what you've been learning from other coaches with your experience.
So shout out to you.
Means a lot to me. I don't think there's a team of favorites. I think we have so many amazing players on the field, but they all make me, and so I couldn't do it without the Super Falcons. 22 was the first number that I just wanted to stick with. Change it. I'm a 9, if you know, but I tried to change it to 9. Ended up changing it to because I number, but I just decided to stay with 22 just because it's true to me. Maybe okra soup or obono soup is pretty good, but I don't like farina or I don't like fufu. Just the soups. Me and my parents are Nigerian. Grew up in the culture. I'm Nigerian just like everyone else, honestly. If you're going to. I signed a 2-year contract with Houston, so I'm really just focused on being there, making sure that I make an impact at Houston, lift a trophy, hopefully, since I've been there for 5 years, and I'll go from there. Confident in our play. I know that we've built a lot in this camp, in this new team with many debutants, and so it's amazing to see just what we've been.
Welcome back from that short timeout. Just hearing some of the wonderful Super Falcons players talk about Nigeria, talk about women's football in Nigeria. Also talk about food in Nigeria. I mean, some of them like swallow, some of them don't like swallow. Some of them like to play football in Nigeria, and some of them also love to play football abroad. And, you know, some of them also talked about the fact that sometimes people look at female footballers in a masculine way, but they try to keep their feminine side active even as they play football. And, you know, wonderful, wonderful one. But we're back, still vivxsports YouTube live stream here for the live game between Nigeria and the Benin Republic side as we wait for the resumption for second 45 out there in Lome. It's 2-0 at halftime. Nigeria doing the business of scoring 2 goals, one from Chiwendu Ihezue and the other from the ever brilliant Esther Okoronkwo, who did so well in the WAFCON 2024 tournament played in Morocco. So we wait for second 45 as we see out there in Lome pictures of the Benin Republic ladies just running around. They're getting to psych themselves up for the second 45, because I want to believe that there'll be lots of substitutions for the Benin Republic side. Well, still here bringing you live commentary on vivxsports YouTube live stream. Like I said, click that subscribe button and also click on the notification button so you can get up to speed information and updates on our YouTube live stream when we, you know, cover these amazing games in African football. I'm certainly not alone. So as I come back to the studio for the second half, I came back with Oparanozie, the legend and ex-Super Falcons star who won the WAFCON title 4 times, right?
Yes.
Yes, she picked it up 4 times. And she also captained Nigeria to the World Cup, you know, back in the day. And she did so well. Amazing for Nigerian football. She's also here. Oparanozie, you saw the first 45. I know that you want more goals, obviously. You predicted 4-0, which is still very much possible to happen in this game. But second 45, I don't know what your expectations are going into the second half, what you expect from the Nigerian team, and also what you're looking forward to seeing from the Benin Republic side. Do you expect them to continue the way they're playing, you know, soak up the pressure, play too many bodies behind the ball rather, try to frustrate the Nigerian team, or you just think it's going to be a different approach in the second half for Benin Republic?
Well, for Benin, I think we should see a different approach in the second half, because, I mean, with the game plan of packing the balls and relying on counter-attack, I mean, they still have been able to concede 2 goals. So now it's more or less like the game plan failed. Nigeria still found a way to, you know, put 2 past them. So now I think a different approach will do them a whole lot of good. Instead of sitting back, they should try and, you know, go all the way out, because there's really nothing to lose anymore, because they're already losing. So just you know, play an actual football and try to see if they can get in 1 goal or 2 goals back. Who knows?
All right, who knows? One or 2 goals back for Benin Republic. So that's for Benin Republic. You expect them to come out and play. I mean, they're already on the back foot with 2 goals down in this game. What about the Super Falcons? You talked about substitutions. Do you think that we're going to get any early substitutions, or you think Justin Madugu will just let the players ride on maybe till 60, 65 minutes?
Well, I think we might see early sub. I mean, Christucci, he might want to bring him in and take out Taiwo. And maybe like I mentioned, Joy Omenwa as well. It would be nice to also see her play, and also, you know, some of the changes I would also want to see is to be totally honest, the Super Falcons, they haven't really had that final third connection.
Yeah,
They haven't
yeah,
really, you know, connected their balls in the final third that well. If we can, you know, see improvement on that, I think, I mean, that would be good going into the second half.
All right, that will be good going into the second half. The ladies are on the pitch getting set for restart of the second 45 of their WAFCON Qualifier 2026 game. Going down out there in Lome against the Amazons of Benin Republic. The Super Falcons going into this one with a 2-0 lead from the first 45 when they scored from when they scored from goals from Esther Okoronkwo and Chiwendu Ihezue, making sure that Nigeria get 2 goals in the back of the net. Okay, well, we have a good presence in the stadium for Benin Republic fans who are supporting their side for this one. And like you rightly stated, I mean, they don't have anything to lose now, so it would make sense that they come out and, you know, play football. Well, the lineup still very much the same. No substitution at halftime, as we can confirm to you. The girls will be filing out just the same way they did in the first 45 for the second half out there in Togo. So good one for the two teams, as I was seeing pictures live out there in Lome. The resumption of the second 45 will start in about 2 to 3 minutes, so we'll get the ball rolling for the second half, the game between Benin and the Nigerian side. So I mean, after this game on Tuesday would be the second leg out there in Abeokuta, and you just get the feeling that the Nigerian side may be looking at this as an opportunity to kill it off now and just have a stroll in the park in the second game.
Exactly. That's why, that's actually the angle I was coming from when I said 4-0. They want to put it to bed in this first leg so that coming back here on Tuesday would just be for formalities, you know? And then maybe the coach will now have the opportunity to relax some important players and give some other players the opportunity to actually show what they've got and what they have to offer to the team.
All right, well, we wait for the pictures for second 45 for this big game, big encounter for the Benin Republic side. It could have been a good one for them if they maybe converted one chance in the first half. That ball that hit the upright was a good chance for them.
It was indeed a good chance, and also the shots, the on target, when they got that went into corner, that was actually
another good opportunity.
Another good opportunity for them. So if they can build on that coming into the second half, and I think if they are able to actually come out to play in the second half, it will now get Super Falcons to actually sit back. So that pressure will not really be on them that much. So maybe we'll see an interesting encounter in the second half.
Hopefully that would be the case, an interesting encounter for the second 45 as we get set for that one out there. For the second 45 would be the game between Nigeria away at Benin Republic, playing their game and waiting to see what happens in this one. We saw 2 goals in the first half, and hopefully we'll get to see more goals in the second 45 as the game gets underway. It'd be nice to have pictures here this wonderful evening as we see the players already getting set for what could be a moment of brilliance for them this second half. More goals for Justin Madugu's side. We'll see them, like you said, go into that second leg and just having to be there because they have to be there, and not just necessarily going there to play football, because a 4-5-0 victory would already take them to the WAFCON 2026. This is the YouTube live stream of vivxsports this wonderful evening, bringing you live updates of the game between Benin Republic v Nigeria. Do not forget, when you click on and you're joining us for the first time, please click on the subscribe button so that you can also click on the notification tab so you can get up to speed with everything we're doing here on vivxsport. Like I said, we'll have an array of amazing cast members who do an amazing job with covering African sports. I mean, I can talk about Chuma Nole, I can talk about Olale Adigun, I can also talk about Swore, and and many of the other guys. I can talk about Timmy, who does a wonderful job covering everything in African sports. And I can also talk about myself and Desire Oparanozie, who, like I said, is always outside. She's out there for the CAF competitions. She's always representing and always, going to these countries to cover and track these tournaments. So second half on the way already, out there for the game between Nigeria and Benin Republic, waiting to see what happens in this one. And already I've asked you about your prediction, asked you about your expectation. But do you see, let me ask you this one, do you see maybe the Benin Republic side getting at least one goal in this game? At least one goal. I mean, they've hit the upright, so who says they can't get one goal?
Well, never say never.
Yeah.
I don't know. With what we've seen, I think that number 18 is, she's...
Dangerous player.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She's posing a threat to the Falcons' defense. And like I said, if they come out to play, that she might actually, be the difference in this game. We'll never know. But then the Super Falcons defense, I'm sure going into the dressing room after the first half, Coach Justin would have, pointed out, some of those deficiencies in the defense, and they would most definitely be wary of that striker and make sure they put her to bed.
All right, another chance now, this time for the Super Falcons. Early on in the second half, the ball was threaded through into the box, but hit too heavy by Esther Okoronkwo. We saw her get almost 4 assists, if I'm not mistaken, from the WAFCON tournament, just from sending balls from that area into the box.
Yeah, those were
wonderful.
Good deliveries.
Good deliveries from Esther Okoronkwo. Always getting on the end of things for the Nigerian side. We've played 3 minutes of football in the second half. Still Benin Republic 0, Nigeria 2. Early days in the second half, but we're seeing Nigeria continue from where they left off in the first half. Even though it was Benin Republic who had the larger share of possession in the final 3 minutes of the first 45, but they considered late on in that half took the steam off the Benin Republic side. If they had gone into the halftime break down by 1-0, you get the feeling they may be coming into the second half with a bit of confidence, knowing that they didn't concede more than a goal. But that's not the story here. They've conceded 2, and they'll have to be watchful and wary of the Nigerian team. Plonter has it now. Goes back to Oluwatosin Dimei, who will drive through now to the center circle. Goes to the right hand side. Picks out Osinachi Ohale out to Deborah Abiodun. Rashidat Ajibade collects it now on the right hand side. Give and go there from Michelle Alozie and Rashidat Ajibade looking for the run of Ijami Lucy on that right side, but the ball hit too heavy. Will go out for a goal kick to the Amazons of Benin Republic. Goalkeeper would set the goal kick. She really doesn't take the goal kicks. She just sets the ball for jersey number 2 for Benin Republic to take.
Yeah, I guess maybe the number 2 have a longer kick.
Yeah, than the goalkeeper. Well, the kick is only straight to Deborah Abiodun now, who has it. Controlled the ball nicely in the midfield. She has been so good for Nigeria in this game. A wonderful player who brings a lot to the midfield for Nigeria. Ijami Lucina. Rashidat Ajibade to Deborah Abiodun, who sends the ball to Ashley Plumter. Taiwa Afolabi, left-hand side. She goes back to Ashley Plumter. Good delivery, headed away by the Benin Republic defenders. And how does he feel to have a player like Ashley Plumter, who could play from the right-hand side of defense and play on the left-hand side? Very versatile.
Well, if it feels really good, I mean, it's a delight of every coach, every teammate, having utility players, players that can actually operate from different positions.
Yeah.
So it's a plus for any team.
Nicely done. This time the pass will come forward now. And look at that from Oluwatosin Dimeye. I think Oluwatosin Dimeye and Deborah Abiodun, they've been so good for Nigeria in this game. They've put in their right foot. They've not done any mistakes in this game so far. 52 minutes on the clock. The only two players I can rightly say have been flawless for Nigeria. Alozie has it now. Forward pass blocked by the Benin Republic defenders, but only as far as Jamilusi, who tries to thread one forward to Chiwendu Ihezue. The ball is cleared out by Benin Republic. Here they come now. Nicely done. Ball now switches play from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. Benin Republic have it now. They would send the forward ball, but look at that. Nicely done from the defense of the Nigerian side. And Oluwatosin Dimeye, what a defensive block to stop the attack there of Benin Republic. Here come the Super Falcons with their own chance, but ball just bounced awkwardly from Chiwendu Ihezue to gift possession back to Benin Republic. And right, like we said, the number 18 this time just couldn't beat the strong presence of Oluwatosin Dimeye.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, that it would be nice to see Osi and Ohale and Demehi switch position on who marks the number 18. And just like we saw now, Demehi did a very fantastic job at defending against that player, and she didn't stand a chance this time.
Ashley Plumter has it now on the left side, sends the ball into the box, but blocked by the Russian defense of the Benin Republic side. Oh, look at that from Deborah Abiodun. Beats one, beats two, tries to beat the third one, but turns inside out with a good ball now to Esther Okoronkwo, but she's standing way offside. But that was beautiful to watch from Deborah Abiodun once again. She has 2 assists in this game, so she can flex her muscle and do that in the midfield. Nicely done.
Yeah, she's been
brilliant player.
Very brilliant, and she's done well so far. 2 assists, and she's controlled that midfield, winning battles. Swinging balls from right to left, and she's really taking care of that midfield.
What a player she is. Low center of gravity, very quick to think. Yeah.
Kante, yes.
She's done well so far in this game. And I dare to say, if she continues playing this way, she may just be the MVP of this game. The woman of the match, so to speak, in that regard. Look at the touch. And look at that. Just skipping through and passing defenders like they're not even present.
That was a delight to watch.
Wonderful. Could have easily been the 3rd assist, but Esther Okoronkwo was standing in an offside position already before that pass came through. 55 minutes on the clock. Nigeria still very much in commanding lead here, 2-0. Esther Okoronkwo now has it with Rasheedat Ajibade. She tries to pick out Chiwendu Ihezue, but she was brought to the ground. Free kick, says the referee, in the center circle. And referee just dishing out the final warning to the Benin Republic captain. Where's jersey number 10? Brought down the Nigerian captain, Rasheedat Ajibade, sporting jersey number 15. Started football in Nigeria. Played for Robo Queens before moving to Europe. She has done well for herself, I have to say.
Yeah, Robo Queens, that's about the only Nigerian club she played for.
Yeah. Michelle Alozie sent a good ball forward, headed away by the Benin Republic defenders. Only as far as Taiwo Afolabi. Another player who, when she gets the ball, she just knows what to do with it. Chiwendu Ihezue to Ashley Plumter. Cleared away by Benin Republic, throw into Nigeria on the left-hand side. We'll take the throw in now. I'll come to you about a question that I have with female players and always dragging their shots up. It's a tradition with female football, if you ask me. I mean, you see it if not just in African football, even in European qualifying games, in the World Cup. I don't know. Is there something? Is there something contributed to that? Because we don't see the men really do that, so to speak. Maybe few players in men's football, but it's a lot uncommon with female football.
Yeah, I think sometime in the past, I can't
Yeah.
remember, it's either with Franny or one other player I had that conversation with.
Yeah.
I needed to understand
Stand,
why that is, and she was playing in the US at that
Yeah.
time, and a lot of US national team players
They drag their
do
shots
that
up.
too,
Yeah,
like,
they
you
do
know,
that.
They will roll it
Roll
from
it up,
waist
yeah,
all the way
and
yeah. So I asked, and
is it for
Franny-
comfort or
yeah,
okay,
stuff like that.
makes
They
sense.
said,
That makes sense.
as the lady, they feel the shot is way
Too big and
so they needed something skimpy for them to feel comfortable in it and all of that. It
Okay.
didn't make sense to me,
Yeah,
though, but
because I mean, you never had to draw your shots up or anything. Yeah,
Well, for the sake of preference,
Yeah.
you know.
you can clearly see Michelle Alozie, Ashley Plumter,
And
all
it's
drawing their shots up.
Yeah, it's mostly the American
The
born
American
players.
born players.
they
Yeah,
are-
doing
in
that
this
on the
Super
team,
Falcons squad, they are the ones actually
doing that.
Yeah.
Well, corner now. Esther Okoronkwo will take it. She plays her football in Canada. We'll take it from the right-hand side of the Nigerian attack. This time, another in-swinger. 58 minutes on the clock as we are just minutes away from the half-hour mark. An hour of football, I should say. Goalkeeper comes out, gathers, clears her line. Benin Republic with a chance now, but cleared away by... Oh, look at that from Taiwo Afolabi. First touch and second clearance, but here come Benin Republic now with their own chance on the left-hand side. But good clearance there from Deborah Abiodun to send it out for a throw-in to Benin Republic on the far left-hand side of their own attack. Justin Madugu still watching on the sidelines. Not much to say. Nigeria still very much in control in this game with 2 goals in the back of the net. WAFCON 2026 qualifier game. 2-legged contest. vivxsports. If you're just joining our YouTube live stream, you can click on the subscribe button and please also click on the notification pod so you get to follow us as we bring you content across African sports. Goal kick to Nigeria. Chiamaka Nnadozie, she has been a pedestrian in the second half.
Yeah, she's been no pressure whatsoever. She's just been in goal, ball watching the game, and there's no pressure whatsoever.
Enjoying her holiday as no pressure comes her end. Here come Taiwo Afolabi. Good turn, good pass, but blocked by Benin Republic. Here they come now. They have it now just inside their own half. The pass will go to the left-hand side. Blocked away. Here comes Esther Okoronkwo now. Beats Amaka. Nicely done. With a chance now for the Super Falcons forward ball. But hit too heavy. She's remonstrating about something. She thought that she was being pulled by the Benin Republic players, but referee would give that. We'll pay no attention to that as Benin Republic come away with it now on the left-hand side. Forward ball. Searching for any player in yellow. Second half, Nigeria playing from right to left and Benin Republic playing from left to right. Other qualifying games in the WAFCON 2026 qualifier going down as we speak alongside this game. Demain goes to the right to Ohale, who goes back to Chiamaka Nnadozie, goalkeeper, brings it forward now to Oluwatosin Demain. Deborah Abiodun passed that ball to Ashley Plumter, who struggled to control but kept that in play. Rashidat Ajibade has it now. And you get the feeling that Justin Madugu may just be looking at substitutions, 65, 70 minutes of football, maybe.
Yeah, I think around 70 minutes you'll see maybe 1 or 2 subs.
We're seeing substitution for the Benin Republic side, movement on the bench, double substitution. As they find a way or any sort of hope in this fixture. 61 minutes of football played out there in Lome. Still Nigeria taking Their first half lead into the second 45. No goals scored yet. So we've played 15 minutes of football in the second 45. Here come Nigeria now. With Oluwatosi Dime's forward pass blocked by Benin Republic. Here they come now with a real opportunity now, this time with danger to create something. A shot there, but blocked by Deborah Biodu, and then further cleared by Osinachi Ohale for a corner to Benin Republic. And it's the new girl who just came on, just running on that right-hand side, wearing jersey number 19.
Yeah.
That would have been an opportunity and a chance to score.
It would have been an immediate impact she's having in the game already. And the Nigerian defense they were busy trying to keep offside.
Yeah.
But then she decided to drive in with the ball. If only she had gone for goal herself, I think she would have gotten a shot on target at best. But she decided to cross it in, which at the end of the day, Nigerian defense were able to take care of the ball.
And it was Osinachi Ohale who considered that free kick for Nigeria as we wait for final words from the referee. Well, it's between two players, one goalkeeper for Nigeria, the other player for Benin Republic. As we wait for the corner, this time it will be maybe an outswinger for the Benin Republic side. Send a good ball forward. Chiamaka Nnadozie comes out, punches clear, and the rebound there blocked by the Nigerian defenders. Now here come Nigeria on the left-hand side. Chiwendu in his way, sends the ball forward but blocked. Nigeria would win a throw-in on the left-hand side as they try to dominate proceedings here. Benin Republic, they've now had the sight of Nigerian goal, so they did well with that new introduction of their players. Double substitution, and they almost got an immediate impact as we have a situation on the Nigerian half of things. I think Ashley Plumter, if I'm not mistaken, is a player down on the ground, but look at that again on replay. Nice run on that right-hand side.
If only she had gone in all the way. You don't have any business passing the ball from that position.
There are way too many Nigerian players blocking the striker already.
Yeah.
She would have taken the initiative to just try the shots and go closer to Chiamaka Nnadozie. That would have been a real chance for Benin Republic to pull one back in this game.
It would have been.
Okay, it's the goalkeeper of Nigeria just having to change her strap on her right arm. And Nigeria living dangerously, or you think that they still have everything under control?
Well, from what we've seen so far, the Amazons of Benin, they've tried in the second half. They've tried to, play as a team. We've seen a couple of times where they try to put one or two passes together. They try to, pass the ball around. They are not now solely dependent on, playing a long ball and relying only on counter. Now they've, switched play a little bit, and I think it's good now that we can see the team, wanting to play actual football, and I think it looks better this way now.
Looks better this way for Benin Republic. Makes it even interesting for the Super Falcons to know that they have something to worry about. The goal kick now will come for the Super Falcons side. Ashley Plumter will take the throw in. Our very own Oyibo, so to speak. Esther Okoronkwo has it now. Forward pass, searching for Jamilusi on that right-hand side, but she loses possession. Nigeria regain it on the far right-hand side. Michelle Alozie doing a good job to keep possession on that far side. Oh, look at that. Nicely done from Benin Republic to beat one marker. Sends a long ball forward, searching for the new player who came on. Nicely done. Tries to beat a marker. Well, she does beat a marker. And she looks troublesome for the Nigerian side. She's done so well already in her first two runs in the box of the Nigerian team.
Yes.
But on that occasion, she was just offside.
Yeah, and then I mean, even though she was offside,
She got the better of Ashley Plumter.
Exactly. Looks like another threat in the attack for Benin Republic.
Well, Nigeria have to watch it now, because if Benin put one goal in the back of the net, they may just be thinking about
what they can do.
what they can do. Yeah. Forward pass. Look at that. Oh, I think the call was for foul on Ashley Plumter, not offside.
Yeah.
I had to tug the jersey of the Nigerian defender. You can see smiles on her face, getting that call in favor of Nigeria. 67 minutes on the clock. Still 2-0 in favor of the Super Falcons, away from home, playing in Togo, Lome to be precise, against Benin Republic. Free kick now. As we saw from that replay again, it was Esther Okoronkwo who had a chance to shoot, but it was a big miss from Chiwendu his way there. That was a huge miss.
How on earth did she miss that?
That was a huge miss.
Perhaps because it's on her weaker foot.
Yeah, maybe. It was a very good ball from Esther Okoronkwo to play that one across the face of goal and just in behind the Benin Republic defender. But
just needed a tapping, and then she played wide.
Well, if it's something I know Ihezuo for, she knows how to score goals. Very good attacker. Here comes Benin Republic now with a chance. This time trying to beat Dimehi. That would be difficult to achieve. Well, they continue throwing the Super Falcons, this time deep inside their own half. And she has really been a thorn in the flesh of the Nigerian defender since coming on.
She has, and her impact has been felt. And I wonder why.
Maybe she didn't start the game?
Exactly.
Right.
Perhaps it's all part of the game plan as well. She's really made an impact since coming on, and she's been a threat.
Wonderful player so far, doing an amazing job to give the Benin Republic side some respite going forward, but they have a player down on the ground, so free kick to Benin Republic. This certainly so is an opportunity for them to swing a good ball into the box, as we see more fans make their way into the stadium. We're seeing good numbers on the far side. There's literally nobody on that side in the first 45. The free kick will come just close to the corner flag. And Super Falcons.
Whoa. That's a very reckless challenge from Abiodun right there.
Yeah.
Perhaps if there's VAR, she might be in trouble. It's really a very reckless tackle.
Reckless tackle from Deborah Abiodun, who's having a word with the captain of the Benin Republic side. I don't think she's pleased with that challenge. The referee trying to calm things down and just get on with the football. We restart the football with a drop ball. Well, they wanted a free kick, but to their very disbelief, the referee would restart play with the drop ball in favor of Nigeria, and you can see them remonstrating.
Yeah, it should have been a free kick in favor
they
of
thought
Benin.
they had a free kick, but referee had other ideas. Esther Okoronkwo has it now. She goes to ground, free kick, says the referee, and maybe this game is becoming a bit feisty, if you ask me.
Yes, it looks like it. More physical.
Mr. Okoronkwo still on the ground as Ashley Plumter, Rashidat Ajibade and Oluwatosi Dimehi all just in and around the referee, having conversations. I don't think she'll get a card for that. The referee will let that one slide. We've hit 70 minutes of football played out there in Lome, Togo. vivxsports here to bring you up to speed with everything happening in African sports, as we cover the game between the Super Falcons away in Lome against the Benin Republic. Don't forget, if you're just visiting our YouTube live stream for the first time, you can hit the subscribe button to stay up to speed with everything we do here on vivxsports. You can also hit the notification on to get updates when we go live and when we cover African sports for you. Like I said, we have an amazing cast of broadcasters who do a great job of painting pictures for you. Foul, says the referee. Free kick to Benin Republic. And I mean, Desire, you get the feeling the tempo of this game has died down a bit.
Yes, it has died down, and that's because Benin Republic have started playing. They've started fighting for every ball, keeping the ball, trying to put one or two passes together to move forward. And now the Super Falcons, they are struggling to, dominate the game like they did in the first half, and it's becoming more physical. And each time the Benin Republic have the ball, the Super Falcons are struggling to make clean wins. They either foul the Benin Republic player, and that doesn't look good on the team now.
That doesn't really look good for them. This time Nigeria will take the throw-in. Ashley Plumter will take it, wearing jersey number 5. An historic Nigerian Super Falcons team who have gone on to win the continental title 10 times. Dominating, winning, scoring goals, and sometimes making light work of their opponents. And for many who support the Super Falcons, they would hope that this domination continues for a very, very long time. But there's always a saying, nobody is king forever. But with the right steps in football, with the right approach and continuity with a project that is successful, you can continue to dominate, provided the team always gets that rich involvement of quality players and great managers who would take those quality players to the next level.
Definitely. There's no better way to put it. You've just said it all. With the right investment, development program, structure, everything that requires the growth of football, and you will continue to dominate and reign for the longest time. And I think that's what Morocco is aiming at. Barely 5 years of investment into football. They're already reaping the results, and you could see where that have taken them to. At the last World Cup for the men, Morocco finished, they got to the semi-finals. Now they've gone on to win the Under-20 World Cup. That's for the men. And their women have, they've played back-to-back finals at the WAFCON, and they also, for the first time qualifying for the World Cup, they got to the round of 16 as well. So these are, rewards you reap from investing right, from doing the right thing when it comes to football. And I can only wish Morocco well for what's ahead. I can only imagine what they will go ahead to achieve in the
future as they continue.
Exactly. So, like you said, you said it all.
All right, 75 minutes of football played, 15 minutes more before we get to full time as we take water breaks. And Nigeria still very much in the lead with 2 goals in the back of the net in the first half. And maybe we will not get our 3-0 and 4-0 prediction, maybe?
Well, yeah, maybe from the look of things, it looks like we might not get there. But, I mean, 2-goal lead away from home is not entirely a bad result. Or let's see what happens. We still have 15 more minutes to play plus extra added time. So
right.
Let's see what happens from here.
Well, it will be wonderful to see as the girls go for a drink and just getting to warm themselves up. It's surprising that Justin Madugu hasn't looked at the bench yet. We've played 75 minutes of football, and the manager still believes that the players who started the game are good enough to maybe finish this one.
Yeah, it's actually very surprising. I thought by now we would have seen one or two fresh legs, coming in to support and help the team. But I don't know, for whatever reason, those are his players. He knows them. Maybe it's not yet time to intro. Okay, I think they heard us.
Yeah.
So that's the player I've actually been glamoring for. What's her name again? The girl that plays in Norway.
Oh, the youngster, what's that?
Yeah, Joy Omenwa. Yeah.
Who's on now, and we're also seeing another substitution, Esther Okoronkwo and Chiwendu Inwezwe leaving. And also
Christy
Uchibe coming on, and Asisato Shola.
Yeah, so that's 3 subs. So
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I only spoke about Omenwa and Uchibe. Now Oshoala is on the field. So 3 subs at the same time. I think they are all good subs. So maybe this will pace things up, and we'll see.
All right, 3 players coming on for Nigeria: Christy Uchebe, Omenwa, and Asisato Shola, as many would like to describe her as Agbabola, making her entrance into this game for the last 30 minutes plus added time before we get to full time out there in Lome. Corner to Nigeria. Mishala Lozie will take, to throw in rather, deep inside the playing surface there. She would take a long one. Asisato Shola, who has scored lots of amazing goals. I think one of her memorable goals with the one she scored against Australia in the World Cup in 2023. She took off her shirt and her jersey. That sparked some criticism and controversy, but at that moment she didn't really care about that one. It was a very good goal that gave hope to the Nigerian side.
Yeah, it was.
Forward pass now from Benin Republic. Searching for maybe a consolation goal at this time of the game. It's 78 minutes of football played. Still very much Nigeria in the lead. Osinachi Ohale, one of the veteran players, struggling to get back on her feet. She was chasing that ball. So we get a change of the ball. Ashley Plonter just complaining about the air in that one. Doesn't look so good. So we get a change of ball. Nigeria still very much in the lead. Plonter has it now on the left-hand side for the Super Falcons. Drops it forward now for Christy Uchebe. Tries to turn her marker, but she lost possession. But Deborah Abiodun comes in to just pick up the pieces for the Nigerian side. Well, that was really sluggish football from Christy Uchebe to give away possession there in that position.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the best she could have done was return it back to Plonter, but she would rather turn in the midst of three defending players. That was a very bad play from her, and she ended up losing the ball right there.
Look at the coach of the Benin Republic side, just, I don't know, as a manager at this stage of the game, your team not really creating chances, not creating clear-cut chances. What do you tell your team? What do you tell your girls at this stage, knowing that you've not created so much danger against the opponent?
Well, you have to devise the means. Tell them to play more forward game. Try to fight for every ball. Try and win win every ball and continue to push forward. And the good thing is, the coach have two strikers that are very athletic.
Yeah.
The number 18 and number 19 that just came on in the second half.
Yeah.
They are very athletic, and they can actually take advantage of their strengths to explore the Nigerian defense.
Oh, they're trying to explore the Nigerian defense just right now, but cleared away by the brilliance of Osinachi Ohale. And look at Asisato Shola dropping so deep for Nigeria to pick up the ball. Tries to send the pass across to Mishala Lozie, but the defensive clearance there will take it out for a throw-in. We've not seen so much from Omenwa, who came on, jersey number 17 for Super Falcons. He's playing alongside Asisato Shola. Dime drags the ball forward, plays a forward pass to Meanwhile looking for that drop ball to Christy Uchebe, who I don't think she's up to speed with what's happening out there. She's struggling to even read the pace and the control from her teammates right there.
Yeah, she haven't found her feet yet,
Yeah.
and she's taking her time to actually get her groove into the game.
Another substitution, and you get the feeling this will be the final one for Benin Republic. She's also catching an athletic figure wearing jersey number 11. Runs in for her final 9 minutes plus added time. Here come Nigeria now with a chance. Rashidat Ajibade beats her marker. She goes to ground. The PSG forward. Nigeria would win a throw-in deep inside the Benin Republic half. 8 more minutes of football to be played out there in Lome. We have a player down on the ground. Well, like I said, if you want to join the conversation, you want us to feel your pause of the game as you watch the YouTube live stream on vivxsports. And make sure to click on the subscribe button and also turn on your notification to get updates on things happening on vivxsports YouTube live stream. Numbers is just right there placed on your screen. Call us up and I'll be here to pick up your calls and also feel your pause. You can also send in messages if you want. The Super Falcons lead currently as we speak with just 7 minutes of football left to play by 2-0. Throwing to Nigeria. Look at Michel Alozie standing on that far right hand side, waiting for the conversation between the referee and Rashidat Ajibade so she can send one long one forward. Well, she goes short this time around, drops it for Ajibade, who goes back now to Snatchio Hale, now to Jamilusi. Alozie sends the ball into the box, cleared away. The girls are doing really well, piling on the pressure. They're not satisfied with 2 goals, they want more, and you see them even leading in this game, playing like the team who was down by 2-0. That really tells you the difference in mentality between these two teams. That's the Super Falcons and the Amazons of Benin Republic.
Exactly. I mean, talking about mentality, that's always what gives Super Falcons the edge over their opponents. In every game, you know, the girls are pushing every chance they get, every opportunity they get. They want to score goals, they're hungry for success, and that's actually one of the reason why they've, you know, remained on top over the years.
Well, this time they consider throwing the Super Falcons deep inside their own half. Benin Republic would take the throw-in quickly, knowing that they have just 6 minutes of football to be played plus added time. Searching would be the name of the game for them. Searching for that goal, searching for a consolation goal that may bring them into the contention for a place in WAFCON 2026. Do not forget, they've never made it to the WAFCON tournament. So if they do, it would be the first time for Benin Republic's Amazons.
It would be nice. I mean, if they get to, you know, be at the next WAFCON.
But not at the expense of the Super Falcons.
Of course,
yeah.
they met the wrong opponent.
Yeah.
That's why now we're talking about having 16 teams at the WAFCON. You know, this will
just to increase the number.
Then we'll have the likes of, you know, Benin, who's never been there. They will have the opportunity to actually be there and you know, experience what it feels like playing at the highest level.
Yeah, that would be good to have more teams in the WAFCON tournament.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Osinachi Ohale has it now for Nigeria. Pass the ball across to her defensive partner Oluwatosi Dimei. They've passed the ball across themselves so much in this game. I would love to see the number of completed passes both defenders have for Nigeria.
Yeah,
because it's been easy, no
Yeah,
pressure.
No pressure, yeah.
The Benin Republic side are not looking to press at all, so it's easy for the Nigerian side to pass the ball from left, right, sometimes going down the middle. Nigeria looking for another substitution to come on as we wait for confirmation for who comes on and who goes off for the Nigerian side.
Okay. Oladipo.
Yeah, Oladipo coming on, wearing jersey number 4 for Biodun Deborah.
Yeah,
She has
so-
done so well for herself in this game.
Yeah, she was complaining of hamstring.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't affect her in the second game.
I hope not, because she's proven to be a very important figure in the Super Falcons team, and I think the team can afford
Yeah.
to do without her, considering the fact that Alimatu Ayinde is not in this squad. So I think Deborah fits perfectly in for that position in the absence of Alimatu.
Deborah Biodun, who has done so well for Nigeria in this game. Well, we're just minutes away from full time. Free kick will come, this time for Benin Republic, deep inside their own half. The Amazons have allowed the Falcons reign supreme in this one. How about that for defending for the Nigerian side? But the Benin Republic women's team trying to come forward on that left-hand side, but they will lose possession now. The ball goes back to the Super Falcons to have an opportunity now. Look at that, good cross, searching for Mewa, who ran into space, but it was Asisa Toshola who was looking to provide the assist.
So now we're beginning to see. You see the gap between the strikers and the midfielders now.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of gap, and this is not good for the team. It's not good for the Super Falcons team, and that's because the Benin Republic side, they've come out to play.
Yeah.
So now the Super Falcons are actually struggling to get their rhythm back.
Jamilusi, like they did in the first half.
Yeah.
Jamilusi would send the ball into the box. Chance for the Super Falcons, headed away by the Benin Republic side, but that follow through for Rashidat Ajibade, always rising way off target.
Way off target. She should have done well with that ball in that position. Maybe get a second touch.
That certainly so would have been better. She got a second touch and tried to do a wonderful job of scoring the third goal. You just get the feeling that the game may just roll out and end this way, because for Nigeria it would be good for them going into the second leg, knowing that they play at home in Abeokuta.
Yeah, it would definitely be a good result for Nigeria. It might as well end this way, because Nigeria, they're not really looking threatened that much anymore. Whoa!
Well, this is a chance, but Chamaka Nadozie, the safe hands of the Nigerian goalkeeper, who picked that one up. Almost scary moments for the Nigerian side.
Almost. That was a good attacking play by Benin Republic, by the way. They are really exploring Ashley Plumter's side more now, and that they are getting into the 18-yard box from that side pretty easy.
Pretty easy for them to run through Ashley Plumter. She looks a bit tired, if you ask me, just struggling to keep up pace with the Benin Republic attack. And look at that again.
Yes.
She's running across to get to the end of that, but she does well this time to clear and concede a throw-in.
They're exploring her side more.
We've hit 90 minutes. Waiting to see how many minutes of stoppages we'll get before the full-time whistle. Ashley Plumter concedes a corner this time. And the exploitation out there on that right-hand side hasn't stopped because they keep using the right-hand side to get through.
Yeah. I mean, every of the attack in the second half, it's always been
On that side.
Yeah.
The corner will come now for Benin Republic. This time, left-footed in-swinger. Could be their chance. The ball sent into the box. The header will come from the captain. And the second header there, the player who had the opportunity to score was the number 18. Almost called her an 18-year-old, but she had an opportunity. It was a clear one to maybe just guide the header into the back of the net, but that was a huge missed opportunity for the Benin Republic side.
Yeah, a huge missed opportunity. She should have done well with that ball, at least have it on target. And she's looked the most likely in the Benin side. And I mean, she's continued to push, and she should have done better with that ball.
That would have been a scary, scary moment for the Nigerian side. 2-1 going back to Nigeria may not be the best of results. 2-0 makes it a bit better, if you ask me. Here come the Super Falcons now with a chance. Oh, nicely done. Goes past 4 players who have no interest in trying to defend in that occasion, only to put many bodies behind the ball. Ijami Lucy now has it on the right-hand side, trying to beat a marker, one-on-one. A chance now for the Super Falcons. They retain possession, take it all the way back to Christy Uchebe, now to Oparanozie. Her pass into the box was cleared for a throw into the Super Falcons. We've played 2 minutes of a few added.
I think those crosses from Oparanozie or whoever that is crossing in the ball into the 18 should be very accurate. You know, look at your player. Don't just cross ball blindly.
Nigeria have possession now, deep inside their own half, trying to maybe just see off this game, rightly so. Look at the goalkeeper for the Benin Republic side, screaming at the players, trying to urge them to go forward.
So sitting back, it's not entirely a very good plan for Benin,
it's not.
because
It's not.
now
Yeah.
seeing them coming out to play, they've actually put the Super Falcons under pressure, and they haven't really dominated as much as they did in the first half. So it's actually good that they are not sitting back again, and maybe
You get the feeling if they had stepped out or tried to play a different approach to
from
the game,
beginning, yeah.
who knows, maybe a goal for them.
Yeah, who knows, or maybe go less.
No, they decided to go the defensive approach with
Which didn't
sitting, which didn't work out for
Yeah.
them, because I mean, it takes a lot to play a defensive kind of football for 90 minutes with
Yeah.
constant pressure from the Super Falcons. The pressure would pay off with goals. As you can see, the fans of the Benin Republic side, supporters club, so to speak, dancing on that far side, and few fans of the Nigerian team also having a say. And that shot from Ashley Plumter is not one that many would be confident would end up in the back of the net, as it goes out for a goal kick to Benin Republic. We've played 4 minutes, make that 5 minutes of added time. As the camera pans on the referee, looking at the final seconds before full time. Here come Benin Republic. Could be their last dash forward to get anything from this game. But Oluwatosi Dime will roll the ball back to Chamaka Nadozie, who does well to send it back to her defender as we reach full time. 5 minutes of additional time completed out there in Lome, Togo, Nigeria. Have come here in the other side of West Africa to pick up a maximum victory against the Benin Republic Amazon side. It was a wonderful game. 2 goals in the first 45, one from Chiwendu Ihezue and the other from Esther Okoronkwo to give Nigeria the 2-0 victory. Don't forget the contribution of Deborah Abiodun, providing 2 assists to make sure that the Super Falcons get their 2 goals in this one. It's been a wonderful game. We've seen quality performance from the Super Falcons. As we finish this live stream, I dare to say It's been a wonderful outing for Nigeria. It's finished out there in Lome. Super Falcons 2, Benin Republic 0. Desire Oparanozie, you must be excited going into the second leg.
Of course, I am excited. It's a comfortable result going into the second leg, and Nigeria will have to do a little or not too much job, making sure that they qualify for the WAFCON 2026. So, I mean, this is first step in the right direction. Kudos to Super Falcons. They've done a very good job, 2-0 away from home, and they have to come back here on Tuesday in Abeokuta to, complete the win.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense that the Super Falcons go into a game like this, knowing that they play away from home to get maximum victory, as they put 2 goals, like I said, in the first half. Esther Okoronkwo and Chiwen doing his way, doing the business of getting the maximum 3 points for Nigeria and for the qualifying series. They know now that they're going back to Nigeria, going to Abeokuta to set up camp and to look forward to the big game. It's been a wonderful, wonderful game for the Super Falcons. Well, the fans are appreciative of the efforts of the Amazons of Benin Republic. That's the Benin Republic fans who make their way to the stadium in Lome. It's been a wonderful, wonderful one. Seeing a good number of people in the stadium supporting their team and also getting up to speed with what's happening. This has been a wonderful broadcast, and for parting shots, I've enjoyed myself. I've had a great time with Desire Oparanozie here, Super Falcons legend, and Desire, closing remarks from you.
Oh, like I said, Nigeria.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the final phase of the qualifying series.
Yeah.
Benin played in the first phase, and Nigeria, because of their ranking, they were on standby during the first series, first phase, and now there's the final phase. It's only normal as the defending champions, it's only normal for them to
be at the tournament
there
so that
to
you can
defend
their
their
title.
So it's rather unfortunate that Benin have to play against Nigeria, but I would have loved to see Benin at the WAFCON for the first time. But unfortunately, I mean, that's not to happen, not in this next edition, perhaps the one after this 2026 one. But all in all, it was a good game, good fight from Super Falcons. We've seen the injection of the midfield player that got introduced into the team.
What's her name now? Taiwa Falabi.
Falabi, and also Joy Omenwa as well. So it was a delight to watch. It's good that we have some fresh legs join the Super Falcons team, and they've done really well, and we can't wait to also watch them in Abeokuta to see how they perform.
All right, cannot wait to watch them in Abeokuta to see how they perform. Hopefully we'll be here next week. That's my very humble self on Tuesday, and Desire Oparanozie to bring you the second leg of the qualifying series. This time it will be Nigeria playing against Benin Republic in Abeokuta in a game that would promise to bring all the amazing qualities of the Super Falcons. Yes, you've enjoyed the YouTube live stream of vivxsports. Like I said, when you join to watch what we do here, also do well to click the subscribe button and also turn on your notification to get every bit of updates. You can also follow us on Instagram at vivxsports. You can also follow us on Facebook at vivxsports and follow everything we do as we bring African sports to your very doorstep and your viewing pleasure here in Nigeria. So it's been wonderful doing this by the company of the legend Desire Oparanozie. My name still remains Alex Elias Agbasere. Until next time, like I said, for now, stick around for more, because with vivxsports, nothing goes unnoticed.